Welcome back to The Good Talk, the show where we discuss what's hot, what's grot, and everything between in the wide world of Warhammer. I'm joined today by the world-renowned
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide himself.
I still don't know what that means, but I'll say it. Who cares?
I think it's something that, what's that, Pitbull yells in his rap songs?
He calls himself Mr. Worldwide.
He's Mr. Worldwide.
Right.
Okay. So, and Custodies are also Mr. Worldwide.
Custodies are pit bulls, when you really think about it.
True. Well, I imagine when they do their katas, they're like rapping.
Oh.
That's pretty sweet, actually. All right, okay. G-Dubs, that one's for free.
All right.
The next one's going to cost you. We're here today to talk about a number of things. Notably, of course, as we lead up to 10th edition, there's been lots of reveals from Games Workshop. So today we're going to be talking about all things transports, in my opinion, one of the biggest reveals we've had. And following that, we're going to take lots of super chats. So if you guys have any questions, lists, send them on in. So, Bridjar,
dude,
transports. This is a big deal.
This is open top. Well, sorry, you said transports. I thought you said firing deck. So transports.
This is the first of several big deals.
I'm hearing whispers in the wind, murmurs in the trees. This is a mechanized edition, which is exciting to me because I've never played a mechanized edition of Warhammer. Right. Yeah. I've always looked at Warhammer and been like, why can't I have all the cool vehicles?
What's up with that?
Why is everybody telling me not to take all these cool vehicles? I want a beached whale, and I want Custodies piling out of my beached whale.
Look, are we going to have to get more transports for your Death Guard too? We don't have any rhinos. We have one termite drill.
Yeah, we might.
That's pretty good.
Blood Angels, we might have to get. We don't have any rhinos or Land Raiders. You know what? We're going to have to get a lot of Land Raiders.
Well, we have, you know what we have? We have 2 repulsors.
Which?
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to.
Oh, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
But first, we have this firing deck rule.
Totally.
Which is open-topped, but it's like limited open-topped. You know how there was a Baneblade variant, the Storm
Bird.
I want to say Storm Surge, but that's not
Storm
it.
Lord.
Storm Lord.
Yeah.
Has a carrying capacity and separately a number of units from within that or models from within that are allowed to shoot. Now that's just standardized. That's how open top works now. It's a firing deck.
I like that it has a little nuance in it because it gives you, it's firing deck with a number, a value, and that value represents how many models can shoot out of it, which I think notably, if we saw the Rhino, it actually does have firing deck of like 2. Because you can shoot out the front slits, which you used to be able to do. Yeah. It's cute, it's a bit of flavor, and it gives a bit of nuance to a rule that right now has been either you're open top or you're not, you know?
And it is worth noting, there's even more nuance here.
Oh, okay.
It's not the unit shooting, it's the vehicle. You put those weapons on the vehicle.
Oh, yes.
And that's a big deal. So you declare when the Rhino starts to shoot, you say, I'm adding these 2 weapons to the firing deck. Now the Rhino has those 2 weapons, and I can shoot all the Rhino's weapons.
Why is this important, though?
So many reasons. Buffs on the Rhino apply to that shooting, or whatever the vehicle is. Buffs to the vehicle. Because it used to be this problem. You couldn't buff units that are shooting out of open top, because you can't use strats on them. You can't do anything to them. They're not on the table. But also, it's one activation. So you can't like soften up a target, see what happens, and then use another activation to shoot.
Yes.
You can't, I mean, character blocking isn't really a thing anymore, but you can't do speculative. Breaking things up into multiple activations benefits the person attacking, always. Exactly. So making this one go, and you have to declare all of it at once, big deal.
It's almost like they're basically a squad. And do note, of course, that this is actually only possible with the way that they moved the data sheets around. Right. Because you say, well, am I using the ballistic skill of the transport? No, because now weapons have ballistic skill or weapon skill. Yeah. So things are kind of falling into place, right?
That's cool.
Right? It's pretty cool.
Firing deck's great. And
it's a great change.
It incentivizes strategies that I haven't seen ever. Like all those glass cannon shooting units. So hyped to see like fire dragons shooting out of.
I don't know if they have windows on that on a. But we will talk about fire dragons
serpent
later.
Maybe a wave serpent has. You don't know.
I mean,
you don't know.
That's true. Historically,
it has a glass front dome. You can shoot lasers out of a glass front dome.
You know what? That's fair.
Don't judge me. But you could take like devastators and shoot las cannons out of rhinos. You could like.
Yeah. Well, your special weapon in a squad can be shooting out now. So
TAC Marines taking special weapons?
This is that the edition where maybe there's Firstborn again? You know?
Is that what you're proposing?
That is exactly what I proposed. I actually didn't want to say it, but now I'm saying
We're
it.
going to take TAC Marines with like a plasma gun and a missile launcher?
Right?
What?
Pretty wild.
Stick them on a rhino?
Oh, no, I'm jumping ahead.
Jumping ahead?
We'll come back to this concept once we reveal a bit more. So let's take a look at
on to the
next image we have from G-Dubs. Here we go. Fire support. So breathing new life into transports and vehicles and really making them work in conjunction with themselves. There's this awkward kind of thing. There's a few awkward things about them, the way they work right now. Here we have an ability that the Falcon actually has, where when they come down, it shoots a target, and then the unit that disembarked from the Falcon that turn then gets full rerolls to wound against that target. So it's kind of like a tracer fire. And it's like, it's so cool, and it's so synergistic, and it's not just like, here's a squad, here's a few extra guns, you know?
Right.
It's not just, oh, you have 2 activations, whatever. You're actually supporting each other with this kind of combo.
Right, and this is important because the Falcon doesn't have, first of all, it doesn't really carry models. Like, it comes down and they get out. It's like a drop pod.
Right.
But also, it doesn't have, like, firing deck. Like, you can't shoot out of it.
Can't shoot out the windows.
So instead, they get this, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
However, I think GW needs a little more restraint with the full rerolls. We're not even into codexes yet.
Yeah.
And we've seen, like, 4 instances of full rerolls, and I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
That's way too much.
I don't know if it was an assumption we all made, but certainly we are all under the impression this was supposed to be an edition with less rerolls.
Well, they said less lethal.
And
they said that a
less
lot.
Complicated.
They said simpler and less lethal.
Yes.
And thus far, they said that they reduced AP and raised toughnesses. Which
We have seen that.
they did both of those.
We've seen both those.
However, full rerolls to wound
Quite good.
roughly invalidates toughness as a stat in the game.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just not as much of a factor.
Yeah.
And also mitigates some of the weaknesses of lower AP. Especially if you're shooting more weapons because of things like firing deck.
Right.
If you're firing weapons that were in transports that couldn't fire before, if you feel safer to fire more weapons, then you'll be shooting more, which offsets the fact that AP is less in the game. So
Yeah.
I don't know that I believe them.
I'm seeing a trend, though. I think GW doesn't want Death Stars. They don't want strong central units because all of these rerolls thus far have been against a single target.
Right.
Which means you should not be running big, expensive squads
No.
at this point.
Should be having a lot of small squads and rhinos, to be honest. That's what I'm seeing.
That's exactly what I'm seeing, right?
Seeing 5th edition, like, just take as many rhinos as you can.
Right? So it's cool. I like it. I will say this. I do not believe it will, but I really hope that the Wave Serpent does not have the same ability because
Well, it's a real transport.
it's a real transport. This is currently a capacity of like 5 or 6. So they're kind of limiting the design space to be like, yeah, you're going to get full rerolls, but it can't be 10 Dire Avengers. It
Right.
could be like 5 Dire Avengers or 5 Fire Dragons, which are already quite good at wounding.
Right.
So I think if they're limited about it, it doesn't have to get out of control. We'll see. I think the Wave Serpent deserves something else. Maybe one of these other rules we're about to see. But
What do you think they're going to do with Serpent Shield? That's a crazy question because every time they redo the Wave Serpent, it's some brand new nonsense.
I think it's going to be anti doesn't work against it. Anti.
No, that's with the soul crystals, the calibration matrix.
Soul stones, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those is like anti.
Anti.
I think the targeting, or the focusing targeting,
Crystal targeting matrix?
that one,
Yeah.
it's gonna do this.
Oh my
I
god.
think it's gonna do
That
this.
would be
It's
so
like
dumb.
when you shoot this fire, when you shoot this Wave Serpent,
No.
the next one gets full rerolls to wound against, and you can just chain all of your Wave Serpents together.
No. Oh my god. If Wave Serpents are good again, people are going to just... Veteran players are going to lose their minds because those things have been horrendous in the past. Now, I think... Let's take a peek at this next one.
Oh.
I think we might want to talk about a bigger concept.
We do.
No, this we can talk about.
Lets you give orders?
Yeah, this basically is related to the open top thing, right? This concept of like vehicles receive buffs, units inside kind of count as the vehicle in some cases, and this is the same idea. If you have an officer in a vehicle, you can then give orders from the vehicle.
Sure.
Which makes sense narratively.
Yeah.
It makes sense gameplay-wise. This is great.
This always should have been a thing.
Totally in line. So, not much to be said about that. Let's take a look at the next slide.
Okay, so this brings us
deal.
to something that wasn't in the images.
Yeah. Yeah.
They told us that Land Raiders can carry anything. The Land Raiders, they're agnostic. They'll take anything.
All transports are agnostic. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which gives you interesting decisions
Finally.
about what you're taking and why.
Yeah.
But it also means that one of these transports is going to be the best.
Oh, no.
And you won't see, because there's a lot of overlap between Firstborn and Primaris vehicles.
That's
a
true.
Land Raider and a Repulsor are roughly equivalent.
Oh, God.
One of them's just going to do the same job better. A Rhino and an Impulsor, pretty much the same thing. One of them's just going to do it better.
That's true.
So
oh, no.
we're going to find out. Maybe, I mean, to their credit, we haven't seen the data sheets yet. Maybe they
Yeah.
found a way to make them different. Maybe
That's very interesting.
a Rhino has 2 firing ports, and an Impulsor just has good guns. And that's the trade-off, right? You get good guns with anything in it, or you get firing ports with bad guns.
Impulsor should have always been fully open-topped. The guy's literally sitting in the back.
It is a pickup truck.
Yeah.
But
but yes, you're right.
we'll see.
I
I hope they figure it out.
I hope. Yeah, we'll have faith. The Impulsor could have, more firepower. It could be more durable. Frankly, the biggest place to play around with this is fly.
And movement, yeah.
And movement.
Yeah, yeah,
and maybe that impacts the cost of it. Maybe that, frankly, impacts certain abilities that they have.
Could have like a grav backwash ability or something.
Exactly.
Maybe they're sick in combat.
Oh, but
Like the Primaris tanks, they just fly over you and they crush
sit
you
on
with
you?
their grav engines.
that's
like
horrifying.
forcing you into the
oh
ground.
my God.
That's
They
cool.
grab you to death.
Could be cool.
But all these are in support of the grav ones, and none of them are in support of the Land Raider.
No, because I think the Land Raider is probably going to be the good one. I think Land Raider and Rhino are going to be cheaper
The cheaper's big, right?
because they have
Yeah.
less guns. I know saying a Land Raider has less guns, but like, have you seen a Repulsor? This thing only has guns.
Yes.
So I think the Firstborn ones will be the better ones
Yeah,
because they'll be cheaper.
totally.
And then they need to give something to the Primaris ones to make them good.
Exactly. Now, do note, maybe you know, Bridger, you can put jump packs in these now.
Yep.
Could you do that before?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
Couldn't put jump packs in it. Anything except like the plane can take jump packs.
Oh, that's right. Which can also take dreadnoughts.
Stupid.
So now orcs, of course, we're much more advanced, and so we can always put jump packs in transports, and it's great because it's basically free movement, and it's extra free movement when we look at some of these other changes that are coming up. But interesting that they're kind of opening things up for like what can go inside a transport.
Gosh, so
That's great.
changes to talk
All
about
right.
today.
Well, speaking of which, let's dive on into the next image. All right, here's the one. This is an expansion on a core ability that they have now kind of revealed. The way the transports works is kind of a reversion back to what it used to be, right? Currently in 9th edition, you can only get out of a transport if it has not moved, right? Without a few exceptions. Now, in the new edition, you can get out after transport has moved.
Yeah.
You just can't charge. Unless, of course, you have something called an assault ramp, which, again, older players will recognize.
Aha!
Things like Land Raiders have. And here we have the Aurochs has an extra ability on top, rapid deployment, which lets it actually advance and have people still get out, which implies that you can't advance and get out transports normally. Makes sense.
I think it's fair.
That's totally fair.
I think if your transport's moving as fast as possible,
Right?
you should not be able to jump out of it.
I think I allow with like a dangerous terrain tech. Like on ones they just die.
Okay, I think you just die.
They don't die. They scatter as they get thrown.
Wouldn't that be crazy if GW announced the 10th edition as Scatter Dice?
That would be amazing. But I mean, look, this is like on the same. This to me, and I really can't overstate this. To me, this is the biggest change we've seen thus far. Whatever, Psychic Phase is gone. Who cares? They're gonna replace it with something similar. This is huge. This is gonna accelerate the game. People are gonna be moving faster. I don't know if it's gonna become a mechanized edition, but I do know that this is a possibility, and people are gonna have to design their lists in preparation for this. And you're not gonna be able to hide back and hide just around the corner anymore. Just like, oh, I'm just out of line of sight. Not gonna be a thing.
Someone's going to charge you.
This is a bold statement. This is going to be a very aggressive edition, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm convinced. I know there's a lot more we haven't seen, but I'm already convinced it's a mechanized edition.
Okay. Yeah.
Toughness going up a lot on vehicles goes a very long way on just getting them there.
Yeah.
But we saw even in 9th edition, just a vehicle getting you into combat is enough for you to take it. Even if it dies immediately afterwards.
Yeah,
we were
100%.
taking them. With Assault Ramp, if you move the Land Raider, get out, move yourself, and charge, and you can have a jump pack getting out of this stupid Land Raider. You can just cross the entire board and then kill somebody.
That's nuts.
Check, please.
Yes.
I would like one of those. So we'll see. I think it's going to be mechanized. I'm excited.
That's actually probably the biggest #1 thing that Land Raider will have that the Repulsor certainly won't have. Like, the assault ramp it's literally the physical ramp that opens up like a maw in the front. Yeah. And the Repulsors, famously, stupidly, have doors.
Like subway hatches.
Yeah.
Submarine hatches.
Subway hatches. Yeah, it's like in the ground.
You have to like turn the stupid wheel. You got to unlock it. And then it opens in, of course. So everybody's got to.
They come out the bottom of it, and then they come out the side. This is huge. Definitely curious what everyone thinks in chat. This is going to be a big, big thing. What are people saying about this one, Lindsay?
There's more. We have more images.
There is more. I'm just curious.
There's going to be a lot of chat to.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of talk. This whole time you've been talking, they've been talking pretty consistently.
That's great. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Well, we'll dive on it soon.
It's just all people just discussing it, just talking, excited. Yeah, it's a lot. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Let's see what's next.
Yeah.
I actually have no idea.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go. Okay, finally, we get some orc rules. Yep. This is exciting, and again, you can kind of see it's a conglomeration of a number of different abilities that we have here. Mechaniacs, they can heal one side. Cool, whatever. Who cares? But they can give.
This was also weird to me. Yeah. How is it healing a vehicle without just dying? Like, how does it stand next to that vehicle to heal it? That didn't make any sense to me.
What do you mean?
The ability to, still having the ability to heal vehicles.
Yeah. Why not?
Is he in a squad and the squad's standing next to the vehicle? Is he just standing next to the vehicle? Because there's no character blocking anymore. You would just die.
There's no character blocking anymore. No, he'll probably be in a unit, yeah.
So the unit's just standing next to the vehicle.
You know what? They did suggest that, they said like Iron Daddy
can be blocked by...
Can be character blocked by vehicles.
Oh, so maybe mechs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like scurrying around.
All right. I'm no longer confused.
But frankly, so these little baby mechs aren't super prolific right now, and part of it is because they're kind of little nothing characters. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, I actually pictured them joining a squad, and maybe giving another buff, which is kind of something that Orc Codex does. But check this out: +1 to hit for unit inside for orcs. Orcs never get +1 to hit. The last time they've gotten +1 to hit was when freebooters were introduced, the new version of them, and we all know how that went.
Yeah, not well.
This is cool. I'm excited for like a bunch of shooter-boys or flash gits in a battle wagon driving by. Oh, this is gonna be cool.
Was it in a picture, or do we have to talk about the text of battle wagons?
The text of battle wagons. You'll have to elaborate. I don't think it's an image.
They have like firing port. What is it? It's the new keyword, firing.
Firing.
Ports?
Firing.
Anyway, like you can shoot like 20 models out of it or something ridiculous, right?
Well, you can basically do that now. You can't do that now because they're open topped.
Yeah, but not with +1 to hit.
Yeah, exactly. So now we see the combination.
This is huge.
20 models with +1 to hit shooting out.
Like you can fill that thing with like Ludas, tank bustas, things you already said, but like +1 to hit, guys.
It's awesome.
For orcs.
I'm so excited.
Big deal.
So I don't know. Could be a mechanized edition.
Could be. In it.
Could be. Love it. Let's take a look at the next. A firing deck. That's what it's called. Well, there you have it, folks. Lots of exciting reveals. I think again, this is the biggest one.
Oh.
Was that? Oh no. Lots in the future.
No, we're good.
Yeah, we already hit this one. Okay.
Transports. Now look, we also know that terrain was revealed today. We are going to discuss this at length in the future, probably Saturday.
Unless they come out with another big thing like this.
Something bigger.
Between now and Saturday that we got to spend a bunch of time talking about.
Exactly.
Because the terrain, if you read it, you know why we're saying this.
Yeah. It's like,
if you haven't read it, go read it. What are you doing?
Yeah, check it out. Warhammer Community. Yeah. Anyways, let's take some questions. If you have any questions about 10th edition, 9th edition, 8th edition, lists.
7th edition.
7th edition. Send them in.
12th
we love to talk about 7th edition. That's our favorite to talk about. So hit us up. Let's go.
Okay, yeah, we have plenty of questions
to
keep us busy until then.
I just saw that cue.
No, you didn't see me like clicking away over here.
Wow.
I just thought you were
yeah, but it didn't add up. I didn't do the math. I didn't. Oh God. What?
Yeah.
How? Okay.
All right, folks, let's do this.
Okay. There we go. Cool. This first one is from Willow. Thank you, Willow. This is a list that came in at the very start of the game.
Cool.
So hi y'all. Any ideas for my world eaters? I'm still experimenting and on a tear.
Yes.
Juggerlord with glaive, Juggerlord, 10 jackals, 3x5, 8 bound, 3 enlightened 8 bound, Volcom, 3x1 spawn, Angron, and 2 Vectrix brigands.
Isn't Volcom like a skating brand?
That's
It's Volcom.
Volcom.
Yeah,
I think.
right?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Fox Racing. You know. Yeah, I have 2 questions: Volcom and Vectrix brigands.
We have phones for this. Do you want Volcom or Vectrix brigands?
I'm gonna do Vectrix brigands.
Okay,
that
I'm
sounds
going
easier
for
to look up.
Volcom.
I assume it's like one of the cultist.
Yeah,
warbands.
Volcom is definitely a skater brand. I can't turn this around because some of their products I don't want to show. But
Willow, are you playing us?
are you you a skater?
No, I can't think of what it is. Vectrix brigands.
Volkite Contemptor. Boom!
Oh, interesting.
I did it on my own.
What?
Nice.
Oh, it's an M or an N?
Volkite Contemptor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about the Vectrix brigands? Oh, right, they're war dogs.
Yeah.
We're dumb.
Are we bad at our job?
We're pretty bad at our job. All right. Wow, Willow, you fit so much in this list. Okay. I'm really curious about the Contemptor. I know it solves problems. It costs a CP, and it's expensive.
It's shooting though. Like this is
But like,
we're seeing world eaters make concessions to bring shooting. Mm-hmm. You're saying that's a concession you wouldn't make. 1 CP is too much.
I like the brigands who also bring shooting.
But I don't think you can afford a 3rd one for the price of a Contemptor.
The Contemptor's a lot. It's like 170.
Whoa!
It's a lot.
Whoa!
Yeah. So it's
That's
one thing
too
when it's
much.
character blocked as Iron Hands. Obviously, grain of salt because Willow has been absolutely killing with this list. I don't actually know if she's lost yet. But that's the one thing that stands out as a bit odd to me. And then the other thing is, so you have you have 2 Juggerlords because you have Angron, who has to be your warlord. So the Invocatus' warlord trait is like it's a moot point. Right. So you could probably save some points there. The fly is certainly cute, but maybe it's very tightless. There's like nothing to cut here, right? So
This does look like a very refined list.
yeah, definitely.
The Volkite Contemptor is the only thing we would call into question. If you could afford a 3rd, I'm just trying to think of like what it would do that a 3rd war dog wouldn't do.
So it does mortals sometimes, which is cute for it was cute for Dark Angels,
Right.
which you're not as concerned.
care about
You
anymore.
can now kill them in melee.
Armor Contempt is gone. So I feel like the necessity for mortals is much less than it used to be.
Yeah.
It is 2 damage.
It is 2 damage.
The brigands aren't.
Willow, I don't know if you're still around. I know it's a bit.
Willow
late
is
for you.
around.
Could she elaborate a bit on Volcom?
Yeah, why?
The skate brand or
I'm trying the Volkite Contemptor.
yeah.
I lost it. Over the 3rd brigand. It's not bad. So it sounds like she's just trying it.
Okay,
But it's basically like 200 flex points. 46-inch range is pretty wild. Briggers are cheaper than Volcoms, yeah.
But
Okay, so we're on the same page.
The range is offset by the movement of the knights. The knights move much more than a.
Yeah, but sometimes there's only so close you can or want to get
Okay,
to the front line.
Yeah.
The 3rd brigand is a bit of a grief to deploy since they all deploy together. Hard to hide all 3.
Oh, that's a very. This is a refined. This is a list from somebody who plays a lot of Warhammer.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
Okay.
This is a sweet list. I love it.
Yeah.
We need to try. We could do this list. We should try this.
We should do it.
Ooh, but then Will's gonna watch us play badly. Thanks, Willow.
Thanks, Will.
Thank you. Next is from Commander Autism. Thank
What's
you.
up? How you doing?
Hey guys, I've got a tourney on Saturday taking my RG Shrike at PH Libby, Jump Chap 4x5 Infiltrators, 4x5 Sniper Scouts, 2x10 Vanguard Vets, 2 Speeders, Eliminators, and Stalker. First matchup against Chaos Knights.
How do you know that already?
Weird.
How do you?
I mean,
do
some
you know
events,
Does he know?
it's not common to post it beforehand, but sometimes they do. which is kind of fun.
What if
'cause then
somebody
you can
buys a
freak out.
ticket that day? Or somebody drops?
Then you're screwed. That's it.
You have to
Can't play.
repair everybody. All this scheming. Okay, I love how thematic this Raven Guard army is.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like all Raven Guard stuff. You got the Phobos, you got snipers,
Yep.
you got infiltrators and band vets, probably with claws. Very thematic.
Mm-hmm.
They're the only army that should be allowed to run double claw.
I agree.
Everybody else, one claw.
One
You
claw.
can get two. You're not Raven Guard.
No claws.
Raven Guard get two. I think this list is going to struggle a lot against Chaos Knights.
It's weird because, well,
They're going to make you fail your charges. And,
I hate that for you.
yep. And you don't have a ton of high damage, high AP, high strength. You're kind of missing tank killing.
You have, so they are +1 to hit and wound against characters, which famously will be targetable.
On
Tactical.
turns 2 and 3.
Well, they could stay in it, remember? So turn 2 onwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty cute.
Okay.
But you're not wrong. And with Chaos Knights, it's going to be a lot of small knights. You know, traditionally, it's going to be 2 big knights and then like 7 small knights. So it's a
rough.
lot to get through,
Which means a lot of them aren't even characters. Ugh.
right? The snipers are not going to do a ton of work here. Move block the small knights. That is the advantage, right?
Right.
They're not going to have many big knights, which means you can actually move block the small knights with your sniper scouts, and you want to just kind of parcel out a little bit, stay hidden.
You know
play
what?
angles.
The Sniper Scouts have missile launchers, my dude.
And Thunderhammers.
And Tundahamas.
What? I'm back on board.
I think I'm reversing course.
But I do think they do need to move block as well. You just can't
Can't
let
get
them
in there with that
close.
Thunderhammer.
Yeah.
Against Small Eyes?
I just don't want you to lose the whole squad.
Oh, Scouts are base 1 attack. So 2 for the Sergeant, 3 for the charge.
Yeah.
That's not that many.
Hitting on 4s.
That's not
like
that
it's good because it's
many
free, but it's not
attacks.
really going to take out a knight.
It's not that many attacks.
Yeah. Play the sounds like such bad advice. Play the mission, move block, pick your angles very carefully. We can pop out and kill what you can kill, and don't be seen by the other stuff. You know.
Yes.
You have to make sure you're as close as possible for your charges because Bridger's right. They're going to make you have to pass your dread test or basically half your charge.
Yeah.
So get as close as possible, which is possible with some of these Vanguard vets and strikes with some strats. But you're going to have to be careful.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. Have fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Next up, we have a question from the Trash Man.
What's up?
Thank you, the Trash Man. Hey guys, played a 5-hour game of 40k today. Emperor's Children versus Guard. My chosen managed to punch an entire Baneblade to death after losing 4 fully buffed models in Baneblade Overwatch. Looking forward to 10th.
Epic. 4 fully. That's 12 wounds.
Painful.
Oh my god.
Painful. And they're so hard to kill when they're buffed up.
Yeah. They're super.
That guy went hot. You know what he did? Defensive gunners. That's what he did.
Gunners.
Defensive gunners.
Yes.
And maybe it was a Shadow Sword, not a Baneblade.
Oh.
And he rolled all 5s
You can
and
also.
6s.
Can you order to get full rerolls from Titanic?
No, not in Overwatch.
You can.
Oh, you know what? This is a new book. I don't know any of the new book stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff.
New guard. Defensive gunners probably isn't even a thing anymore.
There's
I'm just making
there
stuff up.
there are ways to hit with 5-up rerollable. I don't know if
In
you can do it on
Overwatch?
Titanic.
Yeah. They usually make it so you can't do that one. Defensive
do it
gunners,
the-
you could do 5s in 8th and
Yeah.
beginning of 9th.
I know you can do it on Rogaldorn. I don't know if you can do it on a true Titanic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually where they draw the line.
Yeah. Interesting. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I like the 5-hour game too, because that sounds like a very grindy game. Lots of shooting, lots of like particular movement and melee.
And hanging out and having a good time.
And hanging out.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Thanks so much, Trash Man.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, next question is from Rick.
Oh, hey, Rick.
Just Rick.
Hey-o.
Thank you, Rick. Adrian has to take a shot every time he says interesting.
So interesting.
Love the Dante paint job. Tempted to buy him and turn him into a BT chaplain.
Right?
Some bad news for you. This is really hard to buy.
That's true. It's
really hard to
really
buy.
difficult.
You might be tempted, but I might tempt you away from it, and then they're all sold out everywhere.
We'll get back eventually for 10th edition. Yeah, it's cool. So, John has a really cool custom Dante. And so we were like, we're pretty covered on like a normal Dante. And Saray was like, hey, can I try something different? We're like, let's do this. You know, it's a great model. We don't want to waste it. Like, let's do something. Go wild with it, and it was just turned out really, really nice.
Yeah.
Kind of want like a whole army like that, you know. But there's just something really sexy about
I
it.
do want a whole Death Company army. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I do love Death Company, and I hope they're good in 10th.
I hope that's a thing you can do in 10th.
I mean, you could do it in 9th. It was just really bad.
Yeah.
It was an option. They put it in the book,
You
and it was
can't.
terrible.
You should not. It's difficult because you don't want it to be like the de facto thing to do, like, and they shouldn't be able to do some core things in the game, such as perform actions.
Yep. Which
But you still want them to be playable.
we haven't heard any word of actions in 10th. We don't even know if actions are still around.
Oh,
That was a weird thing they put in 9th, and I was like, this is weird.
that's true.
I don't think it's going to stick around.
Oh my gosh,
I'll bet it's gone.
that would be nuts.
They're weird.
We'll find out.
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah, thank you, Rick. Thank you. Okay, next question is from Evan Tumanello.
Oh.
Thank you,
What's up, Evan?
Evan Tumanello. Every time you say Astaroth, I think Astaroth Metreon Synthos from Raven on Teen Titans.
Teen Titans.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when you guys were starting.
Metreon Synthos.
Yes.
Back when Teen Titans was good.
Right? Right.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
the new one is
How is
pretty. Yeah, it's definitely aimed for a younger audience,
Yeah.
but it's pretty silly.
Okay.
Like in a good way.
Okay. So it's somewhere between Teen Titans Go and actual Teen Titans?
No, it's Teen Titans Go.
Oh.
That's what
the
I'm
new
talking
one.
about. I'm talking
You
I
don't
about.
thought
like
there
that.
was a new one.
No,
I
no,
thought we
no,
were talking
no.
about a
Teen
Teen
Titans
third.
Go.
Titans Go is like it's aimed for the young
It's
kids.
definitely,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's like it's silly, and they know they're silly,
Right.
and they know their audience is gonna be some people that were into Teen Titans,
Right.
Oh.
and so
Who now have
it's,
kids.
It's you who now have kids. Oh gosh, no.
I mean, I'm just saying facts here.
No.
They took the audience of the show, and that audience had a kid, and then they're
You know, yeah.
just...
Yeah. And I know Teen Titans Go because my friend's brother had a kid.
Oh, well, there you go.
But it's entertaining. I mean, I'm not gonna watch the whole
Right.
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But if
But
you have a kid,
if I have a kid, I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
watching it.
it's not bad.
Teen Titans
Yeah.
was so good.
It was.
They were funny too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I haven't watched, and I don't know if I should watch the live action HBO one.
Oh, that's right.
What?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I like almost
Is
forgot
it?
it existed.
Is it out or is
It's
it
out. There's like I think they're doing their second season right now.
Ew.
It's just called.
Teen.
Right. It's something like that. I don't even think Cyborg's in it. I'm like, why is Cyborg in it?
What?
I was like, why
You
can you
can't
not
just
call this
take
Teen
one of them
Titans?
out.
It's so weird. And they added a bunch of other. I don't know. I haven't
Why
watched it,
take out
so
Cyborg?
it's. I don't know.
It's a
I
pretty
don't know.
integral character.
Yeah.
But it's
He's like a lieutenant to Robin's captain.
Yeah, he's like the Robin to Batman's Batman Robin.
He's the second in command, is what I'm trying to say.
He is.
Second, you can't just get rid of.
He's like my favorite character in Teen Titans.
He's
The
pretty
episode
good.
where he like
Pretty good.
he like goes nuts and he thinks everyone is he's obsessed with breakfast, and so he's going crazy and he thinks that there's the nasty Eggman. They're gonna try to take his waffles because he's obsessed with waffles. So good.
When you describe, I remember it being a somewhat serious show, but when you describe it,
It had really serious like the Slade stories
Yeah,
are super dark, but then they had like really funny moments.
Yeah.
And also, of course, you had the spin-off episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were definitely light episodes that were just
Yeah.
for fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. That kind of.
What you gotta do? You gotta like balance it
Yeah.
out.
gotta
you know?
balance it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Evan.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. This next question is from Andrew Middlemiss. Thank you,
Hey.
Andrew. Hey, Titans. Do you think the data sheets we have seen so far are actually incomplete? Example: Termy's card could include TH/SS, but they drip feeding it.
Thoughts?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I would be disappointed.
That's fair.
Because they gave us the impression, like there are times where they're showing us an ability in what is clearly like a marketing image.
Yeah.
But then there are other times where they show us a data sheet and it appears to be a full data sheet.
Right.
And it's not like they're telling us everything that's on the data sheet. They've shown us that they're willing to show us a full data sheet and not tell you what all the keywords mean and not tell you what all the abilities mean. Like they showed us the Oath of Moment thing without us knowing what it does. So if it was incomplete and they just censored out arbitrary things, I would be disappointed. I wouldn't be surprised. It is GW we're talking about, but I would be disappointed.
Yeah. I think they've done it already to some extent because people have pointed out that they've shown two Termagant data sheets and they've been quite different. The current theory is that the combat patrols have slightly different rules to balance, which GW has basically stated. They just haven't quite walked us through it yet. So there's that. in this specific example, and I certainly fell prey to this as well, technically what we're seeing is the Terminator squad. It's not an assault Terminator squad, which they're already separated, separate units. So I had the same exact thought. I was like, the Storm Shields are gone. But we could very well still have a assault Terminator box that's coming with the Thunderhammer and Storm Shield. We also might not. Maybe that's gone. It's just Terminators now. But
I would be surprised.
I think it'd be silly to drop the Storm Shields because they're just so cool.
There was no Thunderhammer on that datasheet either. Like they would just. I don't think they're going to squat assault Terminators.
Yeah, I agree.
That would shock me.
I agree.
I'm sure there's an assault Terminator datasheet that we just haven't seen.
Yeah. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
thank
you. This next question is from the Claven.
Hey
Thank you, the Claven. Adrian, what are your thoughts on burping? Top 3 birds. You can blame Saray for this. Saray egged the chat on, was like, hey everyone, don't ask him about this. So blame him.
So we weren't live. Great.
Yeah.
We had a whole conversation about this, and I was like,
were they watching the whole time?
Did we?
No,
what did we talk about between
I actually
that
didn't even process that. I just assumed they just heard everything. I was like, yeah, you guys heard that. Yeah, look, I'm ashamed to say I did burp out loud before stream. And I hate burps. Burps are disgusting. And if you can help yourself, don't burp. Unless it's like a health problem. Actually, no, unless it's a health problem. Anyways, it grosses me out so much. And I hate it especially when it's like, the worst is when it's like a bunch of dudes. And they're like, they start burping and they're like, oh yeah, sorry bro. I'm like, no, don't, why? It's still gross. God. And that happens a lot. It's a lot. And I'm like, no, it's still not cool, man. It's still gross. Don't just do it for other people's sake. Like, no.
I think you should do whatever brings you joy.
Oh my God.
It's your body.
You know what? At least you're consistent.
Like, you don't have to, you could choose who you're around and who you're not around. If you don't get along with those people, that's fine.
But that's the thing is, like, people who are normal and sane will do this.
There was a lot of judgment in those words.
That's fair.
There was a lot of judgment in those words.
They're nice people, and then they burp out loud.
Yeah, well,
you know who does this? Liam does this.
Everybody does this, Adrian.
Everybody surprises nobody.
Everybody burps, farts, and poops. Those all happen.
Yeah, but we can do this privately. I have a very good fart record, okay? Ask Mel. How many times has she heard me fart? Like, maybe twice.
Privacy is a personal decision. You can choose not to have privacy.
The moment I am like that's how I judge how I'm like good friends with people. The moment that I fart in front of them.
Yeah.
Like, and
that's how you know you're good friends.
It's not very long.
Yeah.
Once they start, once we start going back and forth with that, and I'm like, yes, we are the best of buds.
So you don't even try at that point? You're just like, oh well. Better out than in, I would say.
That is where I draw the line, because that doesn't make any sense. Better out than in does not make any sense at all. How do you burp in? How do you fart in?
You clearly do not suffer from IBS. We're getting too into the weeds here, but like, if you have tummy problems, sometimes you just need to, but you still suffer through it because
I don't know.
It's not.
But I don't want to know.
Nice. We're just getting into it today. Like, I will suffer for you because I don't want you to have to hear burps and farts. The pooping is like, that's a kind of a
You're falling on your own sword.
Okay.
I may let them know, but
if you're camping, okay.
Yeah. Well,
camping? No. Wait, what? Why is it okay when you're camping?
Because where are you gonna go? You gotta go.
Not in front of them.
That is always true. Where are you gonna go?
Okay, that's true. All right, so we agree then. There's no exception for pooping.
All
right, cool. Do we have to put a warning now in this video?
I don't know.
Scat talk?
I don't know.
Thanks to Claven/Saray. Yeah.
Ink says Adrian sticking up for the IBSers. Yes.
It's a real problem.
But in a way that he's like, repress yourself.
No. No.
Don't cave.
We just need to step outside sometimes.
That's fine. I think everybody should be able to do whatever they want.
I was explaining that better out than in.
I don't want to understand it.
You got the rumbly tumbly. No. It's bad, man. It's just painful. Better out than in. That's what Shrek always says.
Yep.
That's another movie that's very old now, by the way.
Yeah. They've made like 7 of those.
They're making a new That was
They made Puss in Boots.
Yeah,
which
it's not Puss in Boots.
in the past.
I heard this one was
I heard it was good.
pretty good.
We should do a movie podcast,
We should.
but not watch the movies.
Just kind of guess.
That's
based
even
on the
better.
trailer, yeah.
Oh my god. 100%. Thanks,
All right,
David.
thanks, Clayton.
Okay. This next question is from Mr. Strathman.
Hey.
Thank you, Mr. Strathman. I had a glass-breaking moment when I was looking at my death guard. They don't have heavy bolters or las cannons, unless playing CSM units. How come?
Ooh, great question. This is a history lesson.
Would you Plague Marines have heavy bolters or las cannons with their CSM?
No, he means like what are some crossover units that you can take?
You can have crossover units in Death Guard?
Well, you can have Forge World stuff.
So
So
you could have like a Contemptor
or a Land Raider.
with las can. Well, that's not Forge World. Land Raiders just have las cannons. That's a plastic kit, bro.
No, but they have a heavy bolter up top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were going to tell us why Death Guard don't like those weapons.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. So Death Guard, relatively recent to. Is that face? Are you rizzing me right now? That face is so good. I'm gonna go home and screenshot that face. So they used to be part of CSM, and look, I could tell you at home I have some very unfortunate Death Guard Havocs with las cannons and heavy bolters that you can't use anymore.
Yeah.
So when they made the jump to be their own book, they said, well, let's try to take out some of these guns and build in some more flavorful bespoke guns, because we might as well. So you got the Plague Spurts basically stole flamers, but the Plague Launchers were the big one.
Blight launch.
Light launchers, entropy cannons.
Yep.
That's also unique to them.
It's basically a las cannon, but different.
Kind of better, right?
Yeah.
And that was definitely just kind of a design decision that they made. And
Yeah.
frankly, the heavy bolters and las cannons that do exist are more out of necessity
Oh,
/ accident.
yeah, they do. You know what? They do have.
It's cool, right?
Cool. I never thought of it that way.
So that's why. Great question, though.
There you go.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
your history lesson, Mr. Strathman.
This next question is from Guyver 007.
Ooh.
I am late. Where is John? I need to ask how he could besmirch the honor of the demon hunters. How dare he no-list them in his top 3? Did Caldor Drago pop out of the warp and steal them?
Basically, John is visiting family.
Wait,
dare you.
his top 3 factions doesn't include Grey Knights?
We were talking about Demon Hunter's top 3.
Grey Knights. This is Grey Knight. He's talking. This person's talking about Grey Knights. He's saying that John didn't choose Grey Knights in his top 3 of something.
Yeah.
It's probably Tuesday.
Yeah.
What top 3 were you doing that John didn't choose Grey Knights?
I have a
Top 3 factions. I'll bet it's top 3 factions.
Memory of a Goldfish.
What would John pick
Great.
for factions that he put 3 of them in front of Grey Knights? John used to love Grey Knights. They were his favorite faction.
When were they his favorite faction?
When the book came out, they were his favorite faction.
No. When the book... Here's what happened when the book came out. I said, John, I'm going to play Thousand Suns. You need to learn Grey Knights. And he said, okay.
And then he loved them.
And he did love them. That's true. But I don't know if I would say favorite. Like Drakari.
Oh, he does love elves.
That's definitely up there.
Drakari, Craftworlds, and Blood Angels are probably his top 3. I forgot somehow that John loves elves.
He's
I don't know how I forgot that.
I don't know. You've changed, Bridger.
Huh, okay, well.
Yeah. I think we can all agree that John is Fiend here. And he's visiting family. So how dare he?
How dare he?
Yeah, you're stuck with us for the next couple streams, actually.
Whoa.
We didn't even tell everyone what's coming up on Saturday.
What is coming up on Saturday?
It's going to be a Primarch off. Bobby G versus Lion L.
Are you going to take the wrestling belt if I lose?
Oh, we need to bust out the wrestling belt.
We're like looking around the room trying to figure out where it is.
I don't know
I
where
was going to
it
ask,
is.
like, where?
I think it's in here somewhere.
I mean, it's definitely deflated at this point.
we can
It was a
reinflate
blow-up
it.
belt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it's
was a
like blow-up wrestling
So
belt.
we had this thing, it's part of a longer story, which I won't get into now. But we had a thing where the winner of the stream would take the wrestling belt. Mm-hmm. But the problem is, what we realized is we would show up to the good talk afterwards, and we basically spoiled the entire battle report for everyone. Because we're like, yep, that person won.
Yeah.
Don't.
We stopped doing that
We
real quick.
stopped it. It was a cool concept.
It was a
but-
cool concept.
That's cute.
Other channels have done similar things. They'll like pass around a thing that you win.
Yeah. I don't know how you solve the problem though. Because you like want to make a show of it, but then you like can't make a show.
They're usually things where you don't like. It's not really a big deal who won. Like Magic channels, a lot of them, if they're playing 1v1 Magic, the person who wins the match doesn't like. It's really about the decks, not the person.
Yeah.
And you're not even really going to remember what they played last week.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
We could do like MVP overall.
Thanks, Guyver.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah. Thank you.
Pew!
Thank you. This next question is from Oop Boop Doop.
Oh, what's
Great
up,
name.
Boo Boo Doop?
AOS question.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about Underworld's warbands? Just went into bankruptcy buying Gringcrack's Looncourt and Zarbag's Gits. Oh, yeah.
I think they're cool. I think that's the way that for AOS, warbands are the way that they get to experiment with cool, interesting, unique models. Unlike 40k, when they do that in AOS, they actually have great rules.
Yep.
Like when you bring those in, and I mean great in a lot of ways. Like they're balanced, they serve a purpose, but they don't break a faction. They're not letting you do things you can't normally do, but they do fun, interesting things. I think they're great units. I'm pro Underworlds.
Definitely agree. They totally nail it, and I really would love 40k to learn from this because it's the same thing. You know, I have these as well because they're not only the cool models, but they have cool and fun rules that they're never busted. You know, Gringcrack's Looncourt is a fight on death ability, which doesn't exist anywhere in the book.
Right.
So amazing, but frankly, not making a lot of the tournament winning lists.
Right.
And that's kind of, I think, where you want to be at, where it's not just seen everywhere.
Right.
And I know Zach has used even like the little teleporting unit. That's a Warcry unit.
The Dark Elf, the Daughters of Cain is what they're called now.
K-Knight Stalkers.
Yeah.
Yes, Shadow Stalkers.
They're great.
So good.
I really hope 40k starts to do stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about the Kroot kill team.
The kill teams,
I wish they were good.
Yeah.
Well, the Sisters one is good, but the problem is they were too good.
This Sisters one is good.
The Novitiates.
Yeah. I don't think they're too good. They're good.
They're definitely the best of all the kill team, of all the external stuff they put in 40k.
Yeah.
They're the best currently.
The tough thing is also a lot of the upgrades get in the way. Like Pathfinders, you don't want to take all the cannons. You just want to take the Pathfinders. So all the extra stuff doesn't really matter. You know?
Which is why it works so much better in AOS. Because you don't pay for upgrades, you just have them.
Ooh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, they make them a named squad too, right? There's not this overlap. So it is kind of a more production. Like you can't do this double thing of like, we're releasing this unit in a kill team box and later out it comes separately. So they'd have to figure that out, but it's compelling.
Thank you, sir.
Next up, we have a question from Liberty Fires.
Liberty Fires!
Liberty Fires, there we go. Adrian, my matched play league starts tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks for all the content to get me to this point. Bridger, top 3 sharks, go, in honor of Jeff.
Ooh, Jeff the Shark is a good one. However, I didn't know about Jeff the Shark until all of the Marvel games decided to go wild on Jeff the Shark. This is like Jeff the Shark month.
Jeff the Shark.
I don't know.
Hold on. I mean, I can show you Jeff
Is he
the
an
Shark.
actual shark?
Kind of.
Does he have shark-like abilities, or is it unrelated like Emma Frost
Mostly
and her crystal
unrelated.
abilities?
So Jeff the Shark, I mean, he has arms and legs.
Does he give you
Sorry.
That's Jeff the Shark. He's adorable. He's adorable.
So he's like a chibi character? Wait, is there a shark inside of him?
No, I mean, he is a shark.
What?
But he has arms and legs.
He's adorable.
And walks around.
Oh, this is the
And he's a
Deadpool guy.
trickster, prankster. Yeah. So like Hitmonkey and Jeff the Shark are Deadpool characters.
Yes.
But
That's so cute.
it's hard to nail down what any Deadpool character is fundamentally because they change pretty often.
Yeah.
But he like puts on disguises and stuff. He's a wacky,
That's so
cute
weird.
little.
Oh my god. I
Yeah,
love it.
but like
Cute.
I don't know how all the Marvel games like collaborate and decide, okay, this month we're all gonna do Jeff the Shark. Or like last month they all did Kitty Pryde.
Oh, interesting.
And it's like I don't know how they're coordinating. Maybe it's the comics that come out that I don't know about. And that's how they're coordinating it. But
They're amazing.
yeah, Jeff the Shark's cool.
Wait, do they have a MCP model for this guy?
No.
They should.
They should. But MCP is kind of out of sync with all the other. It's hard for them to come out with models as rapidly.
Yeah.
Because there's an event, there's some Marvel thing every month, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
They can't just come out. What are they? They're not GW. They can't just.
So is this the same Jeff the Shark that's in the live action Deadpool? Because that's very different than.
The Shark live
There's like the guy that walks around. He's a shark head. Have you seen number 2?
No, that's a different.
Oh, I'm thinking of that's DC.
Suicide Squad.
Wow, very suspicious DC once again.
you're
That's really funny.
Shark Man, I think is what he's called.
Yeah, that's Suicide Squad.
Okay, top 3 sharks. What are those? The street sharks. The cartoon with the street sharks.
Street sharks. Yeah.
They're just called street sharks.
Or yeah, I
They
think.
were just buff sharks with arms.
So weird. That's a good one.
Do I go the shark from Jaws, or do I go the mechanical shark from the Jaws episode of Bob's Burger?
Oh,
I'm gonna go with that.
that's good.
Deeper cut, because I didn't actually enjoy Jaws, but I did enjoy that episode of Bob's Burger.
Wow.
And then, you know what? Number 3, Jeff the Shark, who I just learned about this month, but I like him. He's good in Marvel Puzzle Quest.
How many Marvel games are you playing
There's
currently?
too many! And he apparently broke Marvel Snap. He has a bunch of bugs. Doesn't work.
Oh.
Kitty Pryde also broke Marvel Snap. If you bought her, you got nothing for a month and a half, and then they refunded you.
Oh.
Because
Ouch.
she doesn't work.
Oh.
She just crashes games.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. So there you go. That's my sharks.
Okay. Thank you.
Sticking to it.
Thanks, Liberty Fires.
Thank you. Next question is from Dramatics the.
Ooh, hello.
Thank you, Dramatics the. Hey, Titans. Always nice to relax with a fun Bridger game. Keep on being amazing, both of you. Most exciting 10th edition change you've seen so far.
Transports, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Biggest change, hands down. That's me.
I'm going to go with the anti-keyword because you took transports. I'm going to say the anti-keyword opens up
like
the most design space.
It does, right?
Yeah.
Seems like a big deal. You were super excited when that came out.
so excited.
You were like geeking out.
It needs to be on everything.
Yeah.
Everything needs
Everything?
anti-something. Everything needs anti-something.
Everyone's anti-no one.
But they need like very niche, like anti-that guy.
Anti-Space Marines in the rain.
Anti-Primarch.
Anti-Primer.
Anti-demon.
Anti-Makari.
Actually, don't do anti-demon. Anything with anti-one faction, I feel like that's just too mean.
God, I hope they get rid of the racism strats. It's just like,
And the Grey Knight racism weapons.
yeah, it just feels bad. Either it does nothing, or someone feels bad.
Okay, well, thanks, Dramatics the.
Yes, thank you. Next up, we have a question from Bubba Gort. Thank you, Bubba Gort. Hey guys, first time catching a stream, but I've been watching the channel for a while. Decided to collect Death Guard and bought the Combat Patrol box. Any recommendations on what to get next?
Oh, great question.
You need me to tell you what's in the...
Do you need you to tell you?
Of course.
I believe it's 10 Poxwalkers.
I believe it. I'm still typing. What else?
7 Plague Marines.
They don't do that anymore. That's not a thing
Isn't that the box is 7?
No, I don't... Well, maybe.
box is 7.
I don't think they do that anymore.
I think it is.
We're going to find out. Is it $250? What?
Nope.
No, $160.
See if Lindsay beats you to it.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
Wait, it has Typhus in it? Why do they always put named characters in these things?
Oh, there's Typhus in
Yeah,
it.
so it's Typhus, Biologist Putrefier, interesting. 30 Poxwalkers.
30 Poxwalkers?
7 Plague Marines.
Wait, how much is this box?
$160. I just...
160? Oh yeah.
Oh my god, they made the Combat Patrol so big.
I mean, I guess. Well, the Poxwalkers are like $40 a box for 10. So that's 120.
Uh-huh.
Typhus is like a $25 blister pack. Same with the Biologists.
Oh my god.
So that's 170. Then 7 Plague Marines is like 40 as well. So we're like 210. It's a good deal. We're just saving $50.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. All right, so where do you go from here?
I mean, the rest of the faction, right? You have no Terminators. You have no Demon Engines.
Ooh.
You're missing a lot of support characters.
Yeah.
I would grab Terminators, probably Blightlord to start with, but Death Shroud are my favorite. And I would grab Plaguecaster. You want a Psyker. You want a Plaguecaster.
Yeah.
Or you could grab a Demon Prince if like that's your jam. We're going into 10th edition, so nobody knows what's going to be good.
Typhus is a Psyker.
Oh, yeah. In addition to throwing bees at people, he does cast wizardly spells.
What a hooligan.
And I would go Bloat Drum. for my demon engine of
Yeah.
choice. I would get 1 or 2 bloodrones.
That'd be cool. That's good for small games and probably a pretty cool bet going into 10th edition, you know? So,
That's where I'm at.
that's fun.
Maybe get a rhino to go into 10th edition.
I think, like,
Rhinos are going to be good.
Death Guard just feels like such a good 10th edition army. Like,
Yeah.
going into it, I just feel like they're going to be able to just try everything.
Although, in a mechanized edition, like, really, how good are Death Guard going to be, to be honest?
Yeah.
Like, their vehicles aren't... It's not like they're better at using vehicles than everybody else. And they're pretty bad at dealing with vehicles.
Currently.
Maybe they have anti-everything.
That's what I was going to... Maybe Plague Weapons are anti-everything.
We'll see. I don't know. I before we saw the vehicle, like the transport thing, I was actually had very high hopes for Death Guard. I thought they were going to be ridiculous. And now I'm thinking, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to tell. It's going to be really tough to tell.
We're going to find out in less than a year. We'll know.
Sounds great. Thanks, Bubba Gort.
Yeah,
good name.
thank you, Bubba Gort. This next question is from Peaches the Destroyer.
Well,
Thank you,
hello.
Peaches. So I made up my mind. I do believe I need to convince the Titans to move down south. I'll even smoke y'all a whole hog, plus all the fixins to celebrate.
That sounds so good.
We did
Right?
say if there's food, we would go.
Yeah, right? The moment you said that,
Yeah.
he came on and said this and chat, and then later on
yeah.
So
I
And
mean,
to be honest, I wasn't on board with this super chat until we got to the smoking a whole hog.
right?
And now I'm on board.
All the fixins?
with all the
All
fixins.
the fixins. I do love me some macaroni and cheese.
We need to go barbecue again.
We do. When's the last time?
We went.
The
with-
delay was because I was trying to figure out
when we went. That was when Liam was here.
Liam. That
We
is
were
the last
we
time
need
we
to show
had
him some good barbecue.
Yeah.
I haven't been since. We should go.
What's that Bay Area Open thing? We could do that. Maybe bring some people.
For Dempras?
Could do. Innit?
Well, we had to make sure that there's veg options, which is always a little dubious at a barbecue place. It's not out of the question. You know, Nick is a vegetarian, so pretty familiar, but
But he also is willing to subject himself to that, and we shouldn't necessarily
Right.
subject random, like, well, not random, but people who
Yeah.
we don't know super well. We shouldn't just be like, now we know you're vegetarian, but we are going to a barbecue place.
that's true. That's true.
I hope you're okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, barbecue places do tend to smell like meat.
Yeah,
And so,
probably
there's
pretty triggering.
some vegetarians who are like okay with that.
Yeah.
There's some who are not.
No, you're
and
right.
their
You're totally
non-meat
right.
foods are generally not good.
Yeah.
It's like not what they're-
cornbread is amazing.
Okay, yes, but you're not going to sit down to a meal and just eat cornbread.
I'll do
Adrian.
it. I'll eat just cornbread out of solidarity. That's fair.
Well, thank you, Peaches.
Cornbread and collard greens. You're good.
Thank you, Peaches.
Thanks, Peaches.
I will never live in the South. I'm sorry.
But we will eat your food.
We will enjoy your food. We will import it. It's too hot in the South, man. I can't handle it.
You definitely could not.
I can't.
Thanks, Peaches.
Yes. This next question is from Lubadon. Thank you,
Hey.
Lubadon. I know it's not Monday, but have you all seen the Seraphon leak? Look how they massacred my boy, Ancient of the Gods.
Seraphon leak?
Apparently, there was a leak.
Uh-oh. Well, unfortunately, we don't dabble in doodads of the leaks, but I will say
No idea.
that Saturday is the pre-order for the new box set. So stay tuned. Saturday, obviously Monday.
Dude, the new models,
about all I can
the
say.
new Seraphon models looked amazing. That they showed. Oh, the Croxagores got me so hyped. Croxagores. I feel like Croxagores should make Wookiee noises. But like better. Like Croxagores should do that, but better.
Oh, yeah, that's
like
sand people.
Oh,
We're doing
yeah,
sand people.
we are.
Wookiees is like.
You gotta do the whole like, I can't do it. But
I can't
yeah,
do
Oh, okay. It's coming back to me.
yeah.
Despite not being the best impression, it's coming back to me. I'm remembering now what Wookiees
Despite
do.
doing literally a different character's impression.
Yes,
was good.
no, but that's what Croxagore should do. This is sand people.
So we want sand people all along. Okay, that's fair.
should do that.
They're so cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, exciting. Okay.
But thanks, Lubidon. We'll
Yeah.
definitely check out the Engine of the Gods ASAP.
Soon.
Yeah. Okay, next question is from Anthony Shield.
Hey,
Thank
hello.
you, Anthony Shield. Greetings from Alaska.
wow.
Building my son a Sons of Behemat army, got King Broad and Crusher Mob, but curious on what to build with the other Broad kit.
Ooh. Okay, so what you build on the other Mega Gargant actually determines your faction. Todd is not aligned to a faction.
Oh, okay.
So the other Mega Gargant will determine your faction. This is a big deal. Okay, it's nothing to be trifling. There are 4 Mega Gargant factions for the 4 main types of Mega Gargant. There's Taker,
Givers,
Breaker,
lovers.
Kraken Eater, and Stomper.
Is the Stomper a new one?
No, the Breaker is the new one.
Breaker is
the
the new
Breakers hate monsters.
I hate
And by hate them, I mean deal absurd amounts of damage to them. It's very skew. I would recommend against your first non-Todd Mega Gargant being Breaker. I would recommend Kraken Eater.
Yes.
Because I think Kraken Eater is the most diverse play experience. It's the Taker. Oh, Kraken Eater is Taker. What's the 4th? Taker, Stomper, Gate Crasher, and Breaker. Those are like the 4. So there's...
Well, Gatecrasher's the giant.
Yeah.
Tribe,
His
right?
tribe is not Breaker, it's like Shaker. I don't know. So the Stompy one, the War Stomper, Stompy faction is all about stomping. It's about using the feet. The Gate
Amazing.
Crasher, Gate
It's
Crasher.
nah, now you muddled me up.
He has a hood on his head and he's swinging a flail. Is all about enemies in cover or on fortifiable terrain. And honestly, this is the most competitive faction in my opinion.
Oh.
Just deals the most damage. It's actually quite good. Because they kept buffing it. It was so niche that they kept buffing it to be like, well, if you're near terrain, I'm going to kill you.
Right.
And now you can't
Everyone's near terrain.
can't not be near terrain. Sigmar. The Taker tribe, which is the Kraken Eater, is about holding objectives, which is why I recommend it as the first one to play. And Breaker is about breaking monsters. This way. You break them thusly. Which is a very, very niche playstyle, and I would recommend strongly against it. So yeah, I think you should make a Kraken Eater. That's my recommendation.
So cool.
Have fun with King Todd and your son.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you. This next question is from Matthew Powell. Thank you, Mr. Powell. Hi, Titans. 2 Seraphon army boxes a good idea, or 1 and skink start collect? Also, when is your favorite time for a nap? Morning, midday, afternoon?
Oh, Matthew. Oh, man.
That's tough.
What
So-
are naps?
The Seraphon box is awesome. So it comes with the new Slan Mage Priest.
Oh, you know.
I do
You know what's in it.
I've been keeping a keen eye on it. It comes with 10 of the new Saurus, which is cool, and then it comes with 10 of the new Raptidons, which are probably going to be a dual
Very
kit.
cool.
You can build them as the Chargers or the I forget. I don't know. There's like a javelin throwers, and then there's javelin. Then there's spears.
Spears and javelins. Yeah.
Spears and javelins.
Yeah.
So it feels like a second box will be good value, other than the second Slan, which you don't really need.
True.
But if you're into skinks, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, it's going to be the only way to get the Raptidons to start. So the skinks start collecting. Again, if you're into skinks,
No, dude, it's so good.
it's good value, right?
So you get a skink priest, which historically has been amazing. You get 10 skinks. You need like 1,000 of them, so that's not really relevant.
Yeah.
You get a Bastillodon.
Nice.
Very good. Could be built as Engine of the Gods.
Okay.
Sorry.
No.
Bastillodon, what's the upgraded Bastillodon? The guy with the crystal on his back.
There's a crystal, and then there's the snake.
Yeah, okay. So you get a Bastillodon, and then you get...
Engine of the Gods, that's Stegodon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. And you get the Pterodactyl.
Dude,
you
I
get
love the
3
pterodactyls.
pterodactyl guys. Or Ripperdactyls, what are they called?
Well, there's pterodons and there's ripperdactyls.
Yeah. And I put them together to get the real dinosaur, the pterodactyl. Whoa.
Whoa!
Very cool box.
Oh, man.
But if you can get 2 of the new box,
Yeah.
because the
Well-
new models are going to be hard to get otherwise.
What do you think, Lindsay? About
I
that.
think getting, okay,
Yeah.
I'm really scared for the allocations for the Seraphon box. Because one, there's a lot of people are talking about it.
Yep.
And just with allocations for stores recently, it's not been amazing.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if like stores get 5 at most.
Oh,
like I told
sure.
I told Rochelle over at Santa Clara, I was like, get as many as you can.
Yeah.
Like
They'll
put
all
in
sell, yeah.
They'll all sell.
100%.
But I'm afraid we're gonna get like not even half of what we.
Ugh,
So it may be kind of tough to get 2.
I definitely think so.
Yeah.
I think it'll be very tough.
Yeah. You may have to travel.
To be honest, the Skink Star Collecting Box also sold out on Amazon, which
Yep.
is an indicator that it might be hard to find that as well.
Yeah.
People are super hyped for
Might be hard to find all.
the new book.
People are buying up all Seraphon right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
Even Old World,
Oh.
because Warhammer Fantasy got re-announced. They keep updating the announcement. They keep re-announcing the same game.
I'm excited because they're supposed to do some reveals for it at Manchester. It's like on the
Dude,
schedule.
they're like redoing Britannia, right?
I don't know if
That's not insider information, by the way. I know nothing about this game.
well,
I've
yeah.
just been told that they're redoing Britannia.
So yeah, they
and I
did a big
believed
article on
those
it.
people.
But I don't know that there was like new models in it. So
Well, they're re-releasing the whole faction, right? They're
I mean, they're coming out. Period.
right.
So, but they showed a lot of old models.
Yes.
Not that I know the lines super well, so I could be wrong. But yeah, they're re-releasing them.
I'm excited.
Super excited.
I've always wanted to play Britannia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Tomb Kings. All my Tomb Kings got turned into
OBR?
Lords. No, not OBR. Get out of here. Sorry.
But that's what Tomb Kings would be.
No,
They
but,
would
but there's
be
not like a
OBR.
one-for-one transformation. So like
For some things there are. Screaming Skull Scatapult. Screaming. I give up.
the Tomb King's catapult is much smaller.
Oh.
Everything got kind of bumped up to a different scale, you know? Like the chariots, I just took all the horses off the chariots and made them to cavalry. And then my skeletons became skeletons, you know, death rattle. Surprisingly, yeah, not much of it actually translates to OBR. So,
Weird.
yeah, it is weird, right?
Cool.
Anyways, we're off
Thanks,
topic.
Matthew.
Oh, wait, favorite time for a nap?
Yes.
Morning. Take a morning meeting.
Morning, you just woke up.
I know. Take
You
a
took
morning
another
meeting,
nap.
back to bed.
Oh my God.
Yep. I'm a menace. But if I wake up from a nap and it's dark outside, I'm immediately very sad.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I have no control over that.
That's
It's the worst feeling.
It
It's
is.
the worst.
Yeah.
It is.
These are all rough options for me personally.
Morning's the best. You wake up and it's sun is shining, people walking around outside,
Uh-huh.
birds are chirping, cars are honking.
And you want to leave that?
No.
I
After
shall
my nap.
choose oblivion.
I'm saying I'm waking up from my nap. Back
Yeah.
to that. More of that.
If you like wake up too early and you wake up and you're like, oh, it's the weekend, I can go back to sleep. That I'm good with.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm recreating that on a daily basis. I wake up, I take a meeting on my phone from bed. When the meeting's over, I go back to bed.
Okay, I'm on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
Same?
I get that. Yeah. Yeah. I used to be a big nap person. Now I don't have time for naps. I'm never home.
Yeah.
And so naps are like, and even when I am home, it's like my life. I'm just so used to not
Yep.
Right.
being out doing something, and I'm like, why take a nap?
Why nap?
What's a nap?
That's
To do
what I'm
something
saying.
else.
But I love
saying.
naps. I used to love
great.
naps. So yeah, after dinner, no, because then it's like just go to bed. Just,
Right.
yeah. Midday is nice, but I think I'm gonna go with midday.
Okay.
Okay.
Getting home from like school or something and laying on the couch, putting on TV, and falling asleep to the TV,
Yeah.
and just like
Good
face
times.
planting into the couch,
Yeah.
like that. Like the sun is like shining in. That sounds nice.
That is a strong contender, I would
Yes,
say.
midday.
Yeah. I'm with you. Thanks, Matthew.
Yeah, thank you. This next question is from Siege Roots. Thank you, Siege Roots.
Hey.
What model do you want to get better rules in 10th? I vote for the Ancient. I swear none of my models ever get to attack on death.
Ah, shoot. I forgot about that whole last game. Dang it.
No, my ancient doesn't do that.
No, on
Oh, when
Tuesday.
you okay.
On
Blood
Tuesday,
Angel
I'm done.
Ancients just give you +1 to hit. The
There's-
Sanguinary Ancient.
There's no final death?
He gives like a leadership thing and +1 to hit the Sanguinary Ancient. I think they still have the Space Marine regular Ancient that does the regular Ancient thing.
Oh, right.
But nobody wants that guy.
No. Well, because I discovered when we were looking at your list that you can't chapter ancient. You can't upgrade the sanguinary ancient. It's very dumb.
Right, because he's not that. He's not that thing. He's a different.
Yeah, apparently.
He's this guy over here. He's wearing gold, bro. He's
Right,
like
what
too
the
cool
heck?
for that.
So, this is a good question. It's a pretty long list, to be honest. Who do we want to have get
Lieutenant, who we've already seen got a major glow up. Nobody takes lieutenants. They're garbage.
They're just not, and they're not fun either.
No, yeah, everything about them's bad.
It's just a chore.
But they're gonna be good in 10th. We've already seen it.
Yeah. I want mechs to come back.
Oh,
We never see mechs. Like custom force field mechs? When was the last time you saw that?
I thought you meant walkers. I thought you meant like dreadnoughts and stuff. And I was like,
Oh,
bold choice, because dreadnoughts are in a lot of games.
it's true. You know what is not in a lot of games? Death Dreads.
Which is then where I thought you were going when, yeah. So mechs. Okay, yeah.
All sorts of mechs of the orc variety.
Of the orc variety. So not tech marines, who are
No.
already pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Did you know
I do know.
that John tried to put 3 in your list for Saturday?
3 tech marines?
I said, John, that's too many. Tech
John tried to give me 3 tech marines. Yo, John's looking out for me.
No, because he didn't give you Tigurius.
3 tech? No, I don't care. I got 3 tech marines.
So you can
bro.
repair all your vehicles that will be dead because they don't have invulns.
No. They'll all be hitting on 2s.
Oh, God.
You're donezo. They'll be hitting on 2s.
Can't deal with you right now.
Thanks,
Adrian.
Adrian.
Thank you. This next question is another question from Matthew Powell.
Ooh,
Thank you,
hey.
Matthew Powell, again.
Yes.
Bridger, have you played Midnight Suns games? I very like MCP. Also, now 'tis not Snap. No, no 'tis not Snap. But should I play the new Niantic Marvel game? I've got the beta. Niantic has a Marvel game.
There's a Niantic Marvel? How do they get every property when they just made the same game over and over again and the first edition of it was terrible? Do you remember before Pokemon Go?
Yes.
Niantic had this garbage
Yes.
What?
AR.
Yes.
It was like, it didn't really have a theme. It was just like hackers, Hacker Man.
But that the genre didn't exist at the time.
Right?
And I have, by the way, okay, so I was freshman in college at the time.
Yeah.
And I have like this notepad of like ideas for projects and really, studying art and design and everything. I was like, imagine where there's like the world on top of the world and it's like an AR game and
Yeah.
like what's a good mechanism for that? You're like hackers, spells, all this stuff. And then Niantic's like, hold my beer, we're gonna make like $1 million off this. And I was like, I'm just like a kid.
Boy,
whatever.
did they not make $1 million off of it, but they did off of Pokemon Go.
I bet they made $1 million.
They made the same game again. Yeah, they probably, well, in revenue, they made $1 million.
Yeah.
But in profit, they made like $20.
Harsh.
Like, they made nothing. But no, they made a lot off of Pokemon Go.
Yeah, which was the same engine plus the 3D components. That was new.
And like IP that people care about. Like you can't just hacker man your way into everything. Anyway, I had played Midnight Suns. I very much enjoyed it until I didn't. And then I stopped playing it. And then the DLCs came out. I was like, oh, this is interesting. I apparently bought the season pass, so I'll play these DLCs. They were terrible.
Ah,
They add new characters, which is cool, but it's 3 missions per DLC for like $20 each, unless you bought the season pass. It was okay. I thought it was like an interesting twist on strategy, like a different way to play cards. There weren't enough abilities for deck building to feel like a real decision. And then the game gets very monotonous because large cast of characters, but you end up playing with very few of them. But overall, 8 out of 10. Pretty good game.
pretty good.
Yes, play the Niantic Marvel game. Yes. Is that a question? Do you have legs and walk outside and like Marvel? Yes.
It's gonna be like all.
Yeah.
But this is like what Niantic does now. They just like create the same thing. Like they made one for Harry Potter.
Yeah.
They made one for
Harry
They
Potter.
did.
They made
yeah.
one for Pikmin.
Pikmin. I did not hear about the Pikmin one.
Yeah,
weird
this
IP to choose.
Marvel game. It's coming out. They're also coming out with one for Monster Hunter.
They've gone too far.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Gone
So
too far.
my thought is pass by.
Ah.
That's my thought.
Give it a pass.
Give
fair.
give it a pass.
Wow.
Maybe like try it. Have fun with it for a day, but
I feel like
I don't know. Do
has
something
to make
different,
sense.
Niantic. Come on.
yeah.
No, this is their strategy. Is they've already put in the R&D to make this game. They will now market the same game to every IP.
Yeah.
And they'll license your IP at pennies on the dollar, and then make pennies on the dollar with their stupid mobile game, because that's all mobile games ever make.
Right.
This is their life now. They go wide instead of tall. Instead of making a great game, they make a lot of the same game.
Yeah.
Hey, I respect the grind, Niantic. You do you.
Yeah, like they're making money.
Yeah. Yeah. If it works.
Not much, but
Not much.
They
I
are
bet it's
making-
much. It's probably
I don't
much.
They keep doing it.
Yeah.
they keep doing it.
Still.
But I think
Look, there were dozens of Pikmin players that came out.
literally dozens.
I love Pikmin.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but I was like, no.
What am I doing?
Like, what
That's
am
the
I
problem
gonna
with
do?
Niantic
I would rather
games.
just play
Yeah.
Pikmin.
Pikmin.
Yeah.
I'd
Right.
take my Switch and go play Pikmin outside.
It's the same with Pokemon Go. Could just be playing Pokemon.
Yeah. The
Pokemon,
novelty was
yeah.
cool.
Pokemon was Go was good when there were like other people around playing. Like I remember that
Yes.
first weekend going out and
Yeah.
like I was in a park and I realized that several other people around me were doing the same thing.
That was wild.
Which will never happen with Pikmin.
No, it will never happen with Pikmin.
It has to make sense for the genre too. Like
Yeah.
Pokemon, perfect.
Yeah.
Hacker, okay, too obscure, but the concept holds.
There was something
You
there.
know, Wizarding World also holds. It's like all these genres that it's like our world plus something else is going
Right.
on. If it's magic or creatures, like some of these don't work as well. I'll be honest. Like I don't know about Pikmin,
I don't even know how Marvel. Are you catching superheroes?
right?
How
Right?
are you, what is?
It would
Okay,
have to be
sorry.
like Agents of Shield.
We
Sorry,
spent
okay.
too
okay.
much time on this.
Sorry.
There's
Okay,
like
yeah.
20 more super
Yeah.
chats.
Yeah, next question. This question is from Euless Sanders.
hi.
Oh, it's
Thank
a Euless.
you.
You?
Did someone say Necron's Convergence of Dominion may have my MVP lately? 80
Yeah.
points for 30 wounds of T8 vehicles who can score, engage, and behind enemy lines. That and 60 flayed ones, of course. Smiley face.
I was very close to taking this because of Euless,
We
honestly.
have. I mean, we also have the stupid. Brian bought it and
He
then
did?
paid Israel way too much money to paint it. Because it's a piece of terrain.
It's a beautiful piece of terrain.
Hey, Israel did a great job on it.
Yeah, we've used it once.
Still a piece of terrain.
Yeah, man. It's cool. I have regrets. It would have been good this game because you would have not spent the time to kill them.
I would have ignored them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would have scored you all your behind points.
Yeah, which I didn't max out on.
Wait, but how are you getting behind? It moves like 10 inches at a time, right? When you teleport it. You have a technomancer who stands next to it and beep boop 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 boop, and then it teleports like 10 inches. How does it get behind?
I forget.
Can you veil it? You can't veil this. It's not
I mean,
core.
Is it a vehicle?
Is everything core?
All vehicles are core. I don't know if it's
Maybe
vehicle.
you can veil it.
Can you outflank it? Can you?
Oh, you can outflank anything,
Strategic
right?
it?
You can strategic reserve anything,
think
but
so.
that doesn't come into enemy deployment zone until turn 3.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not aware of this cool tech. It sounds interesting.
The jumping is cute. It's a pain in the butt to get through. No, I'm into it.
Cool, cool.
No, thanks,
Thanks,
Euless.
Euless.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. This next question is from Zero Crow.
Oh,
Thank
What's up,
you,
Crow?
Zero Crow. Zero Crow says, nuke the chat, Lindsay. The second coming of friend.
Friend.
what does that mean?
Who's friend?
So this came through in the middle of talking about Girl Scout cookies.
Okay. Good times.
That's all I know.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, friend is a person. There is a community member named
Yeah,
friend.
absolutely.
Maybe that's
Yeah. Maybe
nuke the chat. I don't
could
know.
also be a typo and meant to say fiend, as in John is returning.
John could be returning.
Could also mean. Just kidding. Thanks, Go. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. One day, maybe I will. This next question is from Andrew Hayhurst. Thank you, Andrew.
Hello.
Hey, Titans, I'm building some Deathwing Terminators right now, but the kit only comes with one Thunder Hammer. What's the best and cheapest way to get more?
Well, I got an answer. I don't know if you're going to like it. And cheap is a relative answer. So pretty much all of my Thunderhammer Storm Shields are 3D printed. And it started not a desire to make them all Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. It started as a desire to not have the stupid looking Storm Shields. They're like a little cross buckler, like, here's my shield. No, we need big slab shields.
Yeah.
So I found a cool big slab shield, and now we have 30 of them. So, but of course that does require you to have a printer or access to a printer. You could check out Shapeways. They have a lot of cool weapons. You know, Shane just got some cool spears, and they're pretty decently priced, all things considered. So, you know, if you don't feel like spending money and time learning how to 3D print and printing all those, then Shapeways is a great solution. It's probably the best way. The bits sellers are pretty much all dead. Once eBay changed their policy on like minimum chart, there's a thing that basically killed all bits
I
sellers.
thought there was like bits websites though. Isn't that a still thing?
That's probably true. I don't actually know any, to be honest.
I was never into that. But I know, I mean, there are plenty of services to 3D print for you.
Yep.
That's probably where most of the market went anyway. Or if you want the GW kit that has the most Thunderhammers in it, it's going to be, I think Death Company has 2. I think Vanguard Veterans has 2. I think Assault Terminator might have 3, but probably has 2. So I think all of those kits only have 2. You're just looking for the cheapest kit with 2.
Yeah.
Probably Death Company is the oldest kit.
Death Company comes with a lot of stuff.
Does come with a lot of garbage in that box.
That's true.
a lot of trash.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Thanks,
Andrew.
Chat saying Etsy. Try Etsy.
Oh, Etsy. Yeah, and a lot of, that's a good point, actually. A lot of people are licensing STLs so that you can then print them and sell them. And a lot of those are actually doing on Etsy rather than eBay. Great point.
Yeah.
And then chat.
GPT.
Friend? This is
Yes,
back to friend.
It was in reference to friend because apparently he deleted half chat one time.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember that.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
He accidentally banned like everybody in chat. It was really funny.
That was impressive.
Oh no!
His cat was sitting on his laptop or something.
Yeah, he's freaking out too.
He was losing it.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny.
Well, thank you, Andrew. This next question is from Fate State Dreamer.
what's up?
Thank you, Dreamer. I am loving the new terrain rules. So simple. I love the lack of negatives that they apply. Also, vehicles and monsters get cover. Thoughts?
Oh.
It depends on the terrain.
Yeah.
So I think they get it from like forests and hills and stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
But they don't get it from standing on debris or being up against a pipe.
That is great.
Is what I got when I briefly skimmed over it. There are parts of it I like, there are parts of it I don't like. It's simple, which is nice, but that's also in some ways a drawback of like the terrain that you choose to use for a game doesn't really matter if it all does the same thing.
Yeah.
The 6-inch height for the shooting down on people is way too high.
Yeah.
You basically have to deploy up there or have fly. And as somebody pointed out, GW terrain has 5-inch floors.
Yep.
Which means you gotta be 2 floors up. Now you're 10 inches off the ground. That's very high.
That's very dangerous.
And that's 2 full turns of moving models up there. And usually those third stories,
yeah.
it's a tiny little platform. It's not like you can fit a whole.
We should just build like big firing platforms on the second floors.
Yeah. You'll have a tiny, you'll have a regular ground floor, a tiny second floor, and then just a Fortnite battlefield up here. Like we built up to everybody's in the sky battling each other. We'll have
until everyone's up there.
all the way up to 5th floor. You gotta keep
Exactly.
going up so you can shoot down. I have the high ground. You cannot stop me.
Zip, 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 zip. Look, Reaver's coming back, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, with the pistols, get 1 more AP. Thanks, Fate State Dreamer.
Thank you. Fate State Dreamer also has another question. Thank you again, Fate State Dreamer. Drukari, starting at Drukari Witch Cult Only Army. I have 3 boarding patrol boxes. What else would you recommend to add to this since we are moving to 10th?
Excellent. An amazing boarding patrol box. You get lots of incubi. You get raider.
Oh, you do get a raider.
Get a raider.
Okay.
It's a great box. You might even get Drazar Master Blades, which means you have 3 of them.
It's too many Drazars.
That's too many Drazars. Anyways, it's a great start. What do you need on top? Okay, so again, as you mentioned, we are going 10th edition, so we don't truly know. You have a chunk of transports. You have a chunk of infantry. Fantastic. I want to know, actually, can we take a look on Zero quick? What else is in that combat patrol box? Because that's going to determine.
I'll bet Venoms are going to be good.
Venom's probably.
If we're going mechanized, which is my continued theory,
Yeah.
I think Raiders and Venoms and just combat stuff that gets out.
Yeah.
So you'll want, I think Cobblites will be good again somehow.
Yes, for sure.
but just for their special weapons.
Yeah.
I don't see a raider in that
There's no raider
box,
here.
Adrian. You need
wait.
raiders, bro.
Was it boarding patrol or combat patrol?
This is boarding patrol, which is what they said.
Yeah, boarding patrol.
Oh, okay.
Bro, you gotta get some raiders, bro.
You gotta get some raiders.
Burp.
100%.
You need so many
Oh.
more raiders.
It's just
You put all this stuff in a raider. Oh, we get to see the sprues?
Yeah, you want to see
There
the
we
spruce?
go.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's a leg.
Oh, I look at the leg.
That's a cool leg.
Yeah.
He's like leaping. So yeah.
So it's
need
a bunch
raiders.
of witches and some incubi.
5?
It's a weird
This thing.
way to display it. Oh, the shrine.
What? The what?
There's a little shrine thing.
For incubi?
I think it's. I don't know.
That's gotta be an incubi.
That's for the Inari build.
It's like a teleport
So it's
helmet
weird
thing.
that they include it here in the
That is
Drakari
weird.
box set. So yes, 100%. Raiders.
Yep.
Well, at least you could do 2 raiders and a venom. Oh, there's a succubus in there too,
Yep.
which is good. You're gonna need Drazar Master Blades.
Yep.
To me, that's like the core, and then you can branch it out depending on what you're most interested in. And
I mean, this is all Cabal. So if you want to go, or sorry, this is all witches
All
and
witches.
yeah. So you should
Yeah.
probably get
20 witches, yeah.
Kabbalites to go in your raiders when you buy raiders. They're probably gonna have like firing. I've already-
Platform?
Platform. Yep, like 10 or something. Like
Deck, firing deck.
everybody can fire out.
Yeah, I would definitely be interested in getting some of them. Unless you're just into the witches. In that case, get some bikes, get some Hellions, you know?
Is it 11 p.m.? Oh my god.
This is where you live, Richard. Look, we really appreciate all the questions and all the support.
We do.
He's got nowhere
we
to
do.
be.
I have nowhere to be. Here's where I
You
am.
can take a nap when you get home.
No,
It's
it's
not gonna be-
nighttime. I'm going to bed.
It's not going to be full sleep. Yeah, no, it's a great start. But definitely those transports. Definitely you can start to build out those other parts of the faction.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Space Day.
Thank you. This next question is from Frank Sneed. Thank you,
Hey.
Frank. When are we going to see a Catachan army on the battlefield? You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work.
As soon as I can manage it.
Do we have any Catachan models?
Yes. Yes.
We
I bought some because I wanted to see Catachans. And Sly Marbo is like just about done.
Cool.
And then I actually got all the Catachan characters, which is
Is there
cool.
a lot of them? Do you have the Rambo 5 or whatever?
Strathman. The Rainbow 5.
He's not part of Rambo 5,
What's
but
the Rainbow 5? There's not that
the
many of
God's
them.
Ghosts.
That's not Catachan.
That's not Catachan.
No.
They're all Rambos. How is it
Oh
not
my
Catachan?
God. You can have more than one Rainbow. It's canonical.
But Rambo's Catachan.
Yeah, but what? Those guys aren't Rainbows. They're all in like.
They're the Expendables. That's the whole point. Is they are the Expendables.
All right, I feel like you're conflating these two worlds too much.
I don't know. Chat, back me up. Gaunt's Ghosts are the Expendables. One of them's Rambo.
Okay. The Gaunt's Ghost might be the Expendables, but the Catachans are like OG Rambo. Like, don't mix up all the other stuff.
Okay.
Or like, Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator 1.
So you're telling me that the Expendables, Gaunt's Ghosts, should not be Catachan.
This is why we're here at 11, Bridget.
This is the content people want, okay?
People are really enjoying it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
They want to be told what is and isn't Catachan in my head.
It's not even Catachan. It's like Expendables, Rambo, and Catachan. I'm not even sure what I'm arguing for at this point. No. So they keep coming out with these really cool random Catachan characters.
Yeah.
But not the regular. Are you crying?
I'm dying.
So we have those, and I'm working on them because you can splash them in. But I would love for us to get, I can't even look at you, more Catachans. Having said that, no plans right now.
Did you know, in my closet, it's very short, I have 2 heavy weapon Catachan squads.
Really?
Because at BAO 4 years ago in doubles, Brian and I won them.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
I love it. We should
Sitting
build
in
those
the
up.
closet.
Cute.
They're mostly invalid now.
Yep. Entirely invalid.
Yep. Thanks,
Well,
Fred.
thank you. Thank you, Frank. This next question is another question from Fate State Dreamer.
Oh, hey.
Hey, TTT. Final update before 10th Ed for my World Eaters. 17 and 3. Going to play my Yunari for the rest of the edition. But
interesting.
love the World Eaters.
That's such a good record.
That's awesome.
I wish I could go 17 and 3 just in general.
Right?
With any faction.
Amazing record.
So good.
World Eaters real strong right now.
Yeah.
They just say no
just
to
charge
a lot of
people.
tactics.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
I want to play World Eaters.
I'm trying.
Not because they're strong, just because I love World Eaters.
This is a very Bridger style.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Cool.
Thanks, Face Day.
Thank you. Thank you. This next question is a list from Monarch,
Excellent.
which is a World Eaters list. Speaking of World Eaters. Thank you, Monarch. World Eater list. Angron with trait Invocatus. Karn, Daemon Prince with wings, and -1 to wound relic. 4x5 Berserkers, 1 Exalted 8-bound, 2x5 8-bound, 2 Rhinos, considering trading some stuff for 2 War Dogs.
This is a cool list. Yeah, the War Dogs, it's tough. It's tough because it is nice to have some shooting. What would you even cut? Look, I love Karn. He's cool.
He's expensive.
Fancy.
I know that.
Yeah. So him and the Demon Prince are cool. I would cut Karn before I cut the Demon Prince because the Demon Prince at least is very fast and tougher and frankly more killy. But of the things here, that's probably the next thing to cut. Or a Rhino. I don't know if you need.
You can't cut a Rhino. They're so good in 10th.
They are so good in 10th, which is why you can probably cut them until then. No, I mean, those are the things I would cut. Having said that, I think it's a good list. I like it a lot. Yeah, I'd probably cut Karn. If you're really trying to dial in on it, even just cutting Karn for like 3 spawn would be great.
It's a lot of trade potential right there.
And Blood Tithe, you know?
Blood Tithe points. That's true.
Spawn are great for that. They're just like, don't kill me. And you even have extra points at that point. You could almost do 10 Jackals and 3 Chaos Spawn for the price of Karn.
You're wildin'.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. It's almost exactly the same, I think.
Thanks, Monarch.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
This next question is from Christos Margaritopolos.
Hey.
Margaritopolos,
Cool name.
yes. How does Adrian feel about Battle Wagon firing deck 22? What would you add in it?
What are you putting in
Thank
it?
Christos. I feel so good. I mean, it depends what it ends up being. Right now, I think the open top is interesting. I love me some Burner Boys and Mega Knobs, so you can just screech on up and just torch everyone. Of course, Tank Busters, interesting even right now with open topped. So these are all cool options. The +1 to hit means that the Flamers are cool, but you're not going to benefit from that.
No.
So we can suddenly look at things like, I think the Tank Busters become much more interesting.
And Ludas, hopefully.
And Ludas, God, I want Ludas to come back.
I hope Ludas are good.
Right?
Man.
So I think those would be my 2 main picks. Yeah.
When they went over the Psychers, I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this.
Yeah.
When they went over the Psychers, the Orc
Weird boy.
has a shooting spell that gets like crazy strong if he's in a big squad.
Yeah.
You can put the big squad in a battle wagon,
Ooh.
and then he can shoot and they can shoot
Because he counts.
because he's just firing. He's a model in the firing deck. That's just and he's
No
in a
way.
huge squad, and then the huge squad isn't losing models.
Well, here's a question though, because it's
Did we break 10th edition?
oh, it's in his squad. You're right.
Yeah, he's just like
You can get up to like damage 7.
yeah, and like strength 100.
That's cool.
Right? Like,
He's
is
just
this a
like-
problem?
That
GW, is this
doesn't sound like a problem to me.
a problem?
Give him +1 to hit. Oh no, because you can't. Because you won't be able to do the mech and him. Because you only can have 1 character.
But he's in it, and the mech is in a squad next to the battle wagon.
In it.
And he hits the battle wagon with a spanner, gives it +1. Battle wagon flies out, ripping across the board.
Yeah.
And then the weird boy shoots lasers out of his eyes.
Well, no, because I think the weird boy gets stronger based off of the people in his squad.
Yeah.
And
Him and his squad are in the battle wagon.
And the Mechaniac gives +1 to the squad that he's in.
No, he gives +1 to hit for a vehicle. So he's next to the vehicle. He gives a +1 to hit. Vehicle drives off. leaves him in the dust.
Oh, it's all coming together.
You load up the next one. It's a factory at this point. You're gonna load in the next battle wagon. He'll whack that with a spanner. You got a weird boy in that one. They'll drive off and kill everything.
Oh my god.
It's a factory of destroying your opponent.
I'm excited.
This will need an FAQ probably.
No, don't.
I'm calling it now.
Don't flying headbutt this on me, okay?
I'm calling it now. This is the
stay.
first FAQ of 10th edition.
No. Not going to report it. Nobody say anything.
Thanks, Christos.
Yes, thank you. This next question is from Ryan King. Thank you,
Ryan?
Ryan King. Worldwide is the Praetorian Plate Transport Relic.
That's right. It's that guy specifically.
But why? What does that have to do with Pitbull? I don't understand.
I think it has to do with the amount of travel.
That makes you
do.
Mr. Worldwide?
They
Is that why
travel around the
Pitbull
world.
calls himself Mr. Worldwide? Because he travels a lot?
I don't know. He's like
So does every music artist.
Right.
He's like a platinum member for like United.
That's all it takes to be called Mr. Worldwide?
I don't know. Maybe he's popular worldwide.
So like Taylor Swift is Mrs. Worldwide?
Yeah.
I mean, we're definitely overthinking this, but I'm just calling it a
looking up
question.
why is
When I
Pitbull-
just Googled Mr. Worldwide,
Yeah, it comes up
Pitbull
with
came
Pitbull.
up.
'Cause
Oh, it's
that's
definitely
like,
Pitbull, but why is he Mr. Worldwide?
well, he just came up with a goofy name for himself.
Like Pitbull?
Yeah, that's what it says. Mr. Worldwide comes from one of the nicknames that Pitbull has for himself. Originally calling himself Mr. 305 as a reference to his area code.
Of course, that's right.
305. What?
305, where is that?
Florida. Miami, Florida.
He's from. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
How did you? Never mind.
No, hey, she's Miss Worldwide.
That's right.
She knows. She knows all the area codes.
Traveled everywhere. Florida. All right. Cool.
Thanks, Ryan. Now we know
Mr. Worldwide, what's up?
how to use that nickname correctly. But we won't, but we know.
Now we know. Yes, thank you.
Pitbull.
This next question is another question from Christos. Thank you again, Christos. What will happen with Harley and Drukari boats?
I mean,
We don't know.
I'm curious to see if they get assault ramp. Other than that, they're already open top, you know? So
I don't think we need to give them assault ram.
assault ramp, let's go.
No,
let's go.
I don't
let's
think.
Go, let's go.
I think the fact that they move like 16 inches and the stuff inside moves 8 inches
Nah, that's not enough.
indicates to me that they don't need it.
Look, a lane raider can go 12. Guys get out, and then they jump pack 12. They're moving 27 inches.
Right?
That's way more than the Harlequins can do, which is only 24 inches. 27.
Yes.
It's actually 27 when you get out 3.
But
it's exactly the same.
the Land Raider costs like 1,000,000 points. And the jump pack people inside cost a fair amount of points.
Well, maybe.
And you can only fit like 8 jump packs in the Land Raider to hold 16.
Yeah. All right, checks out.
So I don't think they get an assault ramp. Thank you, Christos.
Cheers.
We don't know.
Okay. This next question is from Adrian Solaris. Thank you. Hey, Titans. I am looking forward to 10th as a T-Sun/Nids player. Imagine 2x5 Rubik's throwing smites out of a Rhino windows. They are shooting attacks.
Yep. Yeah, we just chatted about this with Orcs. Unfortunately,
Adrian, you're onto it.
the dominant Orc meta of battle wagons with mechs and weird boys is just gonna crush your Thousand Suns with rubrics in Rhinos. So
It's going to kill your Rhino with their eyeballs,
And
their acid
then-
eyes.
and then now what? Now you're not even in a Rhino. How are Tyranids gonna play if they don't have transports at all?
Well, there is the Tyrannocyte.
That's not really a that's a drop pod. It's not a transport.
I have petitioned for years, literally years, that this should not be a dang drop pod. It could be like a Dreadclaw. Like, you should be able to
Get
fly
back
around
in?
with it.
I don't think you can ever get back in.
I don't have to get back in, because that's like biologically.
I don't think you ever
complicated.
get back into those.
Like, let me in! Let me back in. But I think they should be able to start on the battlefield and just move as if they were transports. That'd be cool.
Aren't they just giant?
Drop
I mean, they are drop pods,
no,
though.
but they do actually move around after the fact.
Yeah, because everything in the Tyranid army is alive.
It's just awkward to like have to start in deep strike.
It's what you get for being a bug. You're invading. You're not from here. You're invading
What
from
if they-
space.
Oh man, they would never make like a Tyranid Rhino kit. Mostly because it would be so boring and big.
I mean, I think a Tervigon could possibly be a Termagant right
Again, we're talking about getting back inside. It's just weird.
Well, thanks, Adolin. We're on the same page as you. We think it's going to be cool. We don't know how NIDs are going to work without vehicles.
We love it.
Thank you, thank you. I just want to pause the super chats real quick to thank Durgrim Bloodbeard for gifting 5 memberships.
Oh, thank you, Durgrim.
Thank you.
Mr. Bloodbeard.
Yes.
Blood for the beard.
Hair for the... Nope.
Beard for the blood god.
Nope. Nope. We're good with blood.
Beard.
Okay, next question. This is another question from Christos. Thank you again, Christos. So excited about my World Eater Land Raider. 6'8" bound, jumping out of it, moving 9 and killing something.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be good.
Right?
Gonna be good.
Oh, God. Oh, it's gonna be so cool.
Some good down-home fun right there.
Now you sound like Peaches.
Here comes the whole hog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100% Christos. Super excited for it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's gonna be dope.
We need to get a World Leader Land Raider, actually. Pronto.
We need a lot of Land Raiders.
I actually have several.
I have 2 that are...
Huh?
Maybe 3? Well, they're not in good shape.
We also have some Horus Heresy ones that, are we really going to use those?
In it? We should corner the market on Horse Heresy Landlord.
We have a lot.
They
We
take
need to
forever.
be honest with
They
ourselves.
take a long time to build, dude. They're like 2.5 hours to build. Like 4 hours to paint.
Thank you, thank you. This next question is a list from Siege Roots.
Let's take a look.
No, yeah.
Is this a World Leaders list too?
No.
No, this
Ultras.
is Ultramarines. Victrix, Calgar, Tiggy, Bobby, 10 Intercept Bolt Rifle Nade Launcher,
Yeah.
5 Infiltrators, BG Ancient,
Yeah.
5 BGV,
Yeah.
a Poth Chief
Cephalus Healer with
Yeah.
the Vox of Spiritum. Nice.
yeah, 4 Plasma Scepter,
Yeah.
2x5 Desolation, 2 Vanguard, 1 Mastercrafted,
Okay.
Impulsor, Shield Dome, Codex Warfare, viable list still.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good.
You can still Codex Warfare. It's best when you can manipulate the doctrines.
Which Ultramarines don't have a special way, but you can just put stuff in every doctrine. So for heavy,
You can put people into attack, but that's not the problem here. Right?
right, you got plenty of attack. I think you're gonna struggle with heavy doctrine.
Yeah. Because you
just have desolation squads.
you're spending 2 CP. You really want to score. You really want to score your heavy doctrine because it's the most efficient way to actually do it. It's tough. You can only do it in certain matchups. So Shane and I played this last weekend. I was taking GSE. He took Black Templars, and he took Codex Warfare to kind of see. And if ever there was a time to take it, was against that list. I think he did decent.
Oh, because you can just kill whatever you look at. You just get free kills.
Well, the thing is, so Codex Warfare, minimum you have to kill 13 units,
Which is a lot.
which is a lot. There are some matchups you can do it, and you have to kill them in certain ways. I feel like this list was. I agree. I think it would struggle. It would struggle to do the heavy.
Yeah, you gotta put Redemptors in here, which cover all the bases for you if you're trying to do Codex Warfare.
Yes, and also because the 2 CP goes real far. Then,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
like you can have a Redemptor score 4 points on Codex Warfare.
Why Calgar and Gilliman? You don't need a Chapter Master and a Chapter Master.
Do they have Victrix Guard?
They do.
So Calgar gives you extra Victrix slots. That's why they are at the top.
Sure.
It makes it so they don't take up an elite slot.
But you took up an HQ slot with Calgar. I would cut both. Hear me out. I know it's crazy. Cut both.
Okay. Yeah.
Tech Marine Redemptor.
I mean,
Boom. That's all.
I don't know if those points add up, but he's not wrong.
That's all there. That's all there.
I'm on board for it.
Yeah. Thanks, Adrian.
Yeah,
list.
thank you. This next question is from Zinth25.
Hey.
Hello,
I
Zinth.
love that we can already see what GW means by incentivizing picking a diverse force. I'm already considering both armor and anti-tank squads that I previously wouldn't have for Night Lords and Ninth.
My lords. Yeah, 100%. As they kind of peel it back, right? It's like, oh, this is why we want, like, infantry is super tough. They're like, well, the vehicles are super tough. Oh, but why would I take vehicles? Oh, look at these transports. Oh, you can shoot out of out of the ports. Oh, psychic is shooting. Couldn't have done that before if it was a psychic phase.
I do like it.
I'm very optimistic about the balance builds.
Yeah, they appear to be giving us reasons to take each thing, which I like. We'll see how it shakes out. It'll take about a week for the meta to get solved, I'm sure. Too many people play this game now.
Yeah, that's true.
Very cool.
Thanks, Synth.
Thank you. This next question is from Peter Kosterman. Thank you, Peter. I may have missed this, but can or cannot units make a normal move after disembarking after their transport moves?
Seems like yes.
Look, they can, yeah.
Yeah. You cannot charge by default.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, seems like it.
Yeah.
A lot of speed.
Fast.
Everyone's truck boy now.
It's true.
Thank you. Thank you. This next question is from Junior Volrath. Thank you, Junior. My buddies dropped 40k and I don't seem to enjoy playing in stores. Love painting 40k models. Thought I would try commission painting. Advice for a new commission painter who only wants to and can paint at a tabletop standard?
Absolutely. So the cool thing about tabletop standard is there's always a demand for it. It's obviously the most common. It's what people need. I have lots of advice. One, figure out your style, advertise that style, and be very clear with your clients what that style is.
Yeah.
Lots of different ways to paint. People will make assumptions, so be very clear with people what they're getting. They're hiring you to give that style, and they shouldn't expect a different style. And ideally, they could point to some of your previous work and say, give me basically this exact work.
Have a portfolio.
Yeah, so that communication is everything. And portfolio, having styles that you can work within, very, very key. The other thing is, it's tough to get started because people need to trust you.
Right.
And so you need to start to build up that portfolio. And I think don't be afraid to offer your services to people, to friends, things like that, to kind of build it up and then build a reputation. Definitely, again, have a portfolio, an online place where you can kind of show that you're working on stuff, have completed commissions, all that stuff. And then you're going to start to build a bit of a reputation. People will start to trust you and will be willing to hand over, their $2,000 worth of models for you to paint.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of the big things, honestly. Probably the most important ones.
Yeah. Thanks, Junior.
Have fun.
Thank you. This next question is from Sinlord.
What's up?
Thank you, Sinlord. Hey, Titans. I like the new game and army intro, but I am missing the introduction of the producer.
Ooh, that's a great point.
It's Lindsay.
Hey.
Hi, Lindsay.
you.
Hi.
What's up?
We still talk. Still say hi.
Still friends?
Yeah, still
Yeah,
friends.
still talk.
And
We're all still
it's-
here.
The new intro is more of a chance to say hi in chat and be like, yo, chat, what's up? How's it going?
did you
How's
kinda hang
life?
out?
Yeah.
That's a great
Because
point.
we have like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
We're just chilling.
We're just hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fixing all the things we messed up.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Definitely happened today. But it is worth considering that we could have like a little like video intro, almost like we have for the players. Be like, I'm producing today's game, blah
Yeah,
blah
we
blah.
can do that. Sneak that in there.
It takes away a bit of flexibility with scheduling, but frankly, this intro already does that.
Right, because we already have
So-
the players locked in.
I'll definitely take it under advisement.
I like that. That's a cool change.
Cool.
Thank
do
you.
it.
Thank you. This next question is from Michael Cody.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Michael Cody.
Concerned.
You can't just hacker man your way through life. Don't tell me how to live. Don't tell me how to live, Bridger.
Look, all I'm saying is the times have changed. Hacker Man's not cool anymore.
Whoa.
I don't know how or why, what happened. I think it was the Cyberpunk game made Hacker Man not cool
Not
anymore.
cool. It changed us forever.
You just can't. Look, Niantic had to pivot. They don't make that game anymore. That game was bad.
Wow.
It was bad. You played it. I played it. It was
Yeah.
not good.
It was, but at the time, it was the only thing of its kind.
It was cool. It was like novel and interesting.
Yeah.
But very bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
It was
There
less
wasn't
a
much to
game.
do.
Right. Less a game, more of just a, oh wow, they can do that now.
Exactly.
Thanks, Michael Cody, as always.
Thank you. This next question is from Siege Roots. Thank you, Siege Roots. This can't stand, Bridger. Saying Ancient has the Astartes banner aura. Ancients are useless, but don't slander him further.
Wait, he gives fight on death and shoot on death?
No
He gives the on death
way.
stuff? He's just better?
Have we ever done that?
No, never. Because why would we?
Oh, no.
Because he doesn't do that.
There's no way.
I don't believe you.
We played
He
so
doesn't.
many
He
games.
doesn't do that.
He stood next to Inceptors before.
No, he doesn't do that.
What?
I don't believe you.
Wow.
Thanks, Idris.
yeah.
I hope Ancients
But you're
are
wrong.
cool.
So,
I think at this point in the edition, we basically can't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
and it's not going to be in 10th. It was such a dumb rule.
It just feels bad either way.
It's a waste of time.
Either you're sad because you didn't roll the 4 up, or your opponent's sad because things are
did roll
shooting them as they
4 up.
die. No matter what, someone's sad.
It's too spiky.
And slows the game down too. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I roll the 4+. Oh, nope.
You point to a model. This guy?
This guy?
Did he? Okay, but this guy?
Can he see?
And then you shoot them one at a time. It's obnoxious.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Terrible.
Idris.
Thank you. This next question is from Inks. Thank you, Inks. Best good talk ever.
Be honest, was it the scat talk section?
Yes.
I think it
This
was.
isn't the crazy thing is this isn't even the longest good talk we've ever had.
No. Been a
It's
while
not the
since we've had a
latest
long
we've
one.
gone.
No.
We've been doing this for too long, man.
This job, or this talk.
Just everything.
Oh,
We've just been doing everything
old.
for too long.
Yeah, y'all are old.
well,
Wow.
thanks, Lindsay.
Not we
You're
are
not even-
old.
You're like the same age.
Not we are old.
No.
Y'all are old.
Get out of here. Wow.
Anyway, next question. It's from Caldorf. Thank you, Caldorf. Can we please put monsters in transports? Land Raider with Primarchs jumping out of Kool-Aid
Okay.
Man style. Land
Back on
Raider with DWT Assault is why I choose Dark Angels in third.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I
yes,
wasn't
yes.
with you until I figured out what you meant. Primarch should be able to ride around in,
Yeah, they should make it. Well,
or like on top. They can like stand on top.
like in the
of
lore,
it.
they actually have their own vehicles.
Yeah,
Because they're
but
too big.
we don't have that.
But you can put Gaz in a battle wagon, so fair is fair.
He's huge.
He's huge. He's huge.
You're telling me Gilliman can't stand on the back of a repulsor?
Sounds dangerous. I don't think you. It's not OSHA approved.
Okay, but
Different Primarch.
the lion could stand on the back
Okay,
of
yes.
a repulsor.
100% agree.
Yeah,
There you go. Lion lives life on the edge, man.
yeah. He only rides on top of
Yeah.
repulsors.
Which head do you think he uses when he's riding on the back of a repulsor?
He doesn't have long flowing hair when he's not wearing a helmet, which I envision
Does
when
he
he's.
have? Does a lion have long flowing
Oh
hair?
yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
But not on the
It's
I
all
model,
saw
doesn't
him
he?
as like.
Yeah.
I thought he looked like the lion from Game of Thrones. Like that's like I've seen. He
Yeah.
has like a mustache and
Oh, I
like a
know.
whole
Yeah,
like
yeah.
thing.
Seems like it.
But
No,
he has
it's-
long flowing
It's
hair.
like if you look closely, it's actually like braided back.
Yeah.
It's a little shorter than it used to be in Horse Heresy. It's like full
long,
out. It's
yeah.
like Chris Hemsworth. You
They
know?
all had long hair. Like,
No.
did anybody have short hair in Horse Heresy? They were either
Gilliman.
bald or had very long hair.
Yeah. Gilliman has
Or
short hair.
Gilliman
Bald.
was like
Yeah.
Northern European, blonde hair, blue eyed.
Yeah. Or like Alferis and Omegon, completely hairless.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
We're on board, Caldorf. We think they should be able to do it.
Yes, thank you. This next question, and possibly our final question,
could be.
is from Wally D. Thank
Hey.
you, Wally D. Have we talked about Catachan tonight? I think you should play them.
We have talked about Catachan a little bit.
This must be a troll. I know.
So Gaunt's Ghosts should be Catachan.
No! No, don't talk to me about the Expendables. God, so bad. I know, we really want to play Catachans, and we need to find cool infantry, because it feels bad to buy those really old models
Yeah.
and paint them up for the channel. So if anyone knows third-party Catachans or cool conversions, let us know.
And it feels almost as bad to use Kriegers as Catachan.
It feels so wrong.
Yeah.
So wrong. So we'll definitely have the characters soon, because we can that is one of the cool things about the new guard book, is you can just splash in characters. So we will be running Marvo and maybe Straken or whatever, but we can't do the full army until we do it right.
Yeah.
So let us know. Definitely open to suggestions.
And
Wally.
that's the end.
We done did it, y'all! This was a good talk.
This was a good talk.
It was a lovely evening.
Thorough. I would describe this good talk as thorough.
Quite thorough. Thank you, Bridger. Thank you, Lindsay. It's been lovely.
Thank you, Adrian.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you everyone at
Thank
home.
you.
We have lots of stuff, of course, coming up soon on the channel. Saturday, do come and join us. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're playing Battle of the Primarchs, Bobby G versus the Lion. Find out who's better. It's the Lion. Oh.
I have the sword. You have the shield? I have the sword.
Yeah, the sword's better than the shield.
I have the sword.
But we'll see about that.